you and your baby, we dedicate this film. 9 months is not long in a lifetime, but if you're like the average mother-to-be, when it's nearly over, you'll be ready. In fact, you'll be waiting and waiting. And then one day, in the middle of things, probably when you least expect it, labor begins. Soon the contractions lengthen, the intervals shorten, and you keep a record. Now it's time to call the doctor. He will tell them that you are on your way. Everything will be ready, and they will be expecting it. Immediately, a lot of people will become very much interested in you and your baby. They'll do everything they can to make you comfortable. And so you rest, a patient, so far as possible. You knit, perhaps, and the first stage of labor continues, taking its own sweet time. The second stage of labor begins. And so you reach the delivery room. During the first stage, helpful doses of medicine may be given to you if you need them. Contractions are coming along about every 3 minutes, but try not to be overly impatient. You won't be alone in your work. Your doctor will be working. Now for a well-earned rest.
Feel that rumble. Smell that pre-birth. It's QAW's pandemic labor pains.
The
I like men. Joined as always with Buckley Swantoon.
The contractions are starting. Start breathing, everybody. It's labor pains, our massive Labor Day pay-per-view. An absolutely stacked card tonight. Every championship on the line. Back here in Boston, Massachusetts. So glad to be back. And, well, we're opening up the show. We're going to hear, actually, from our QAW commissioner, Diamond David Thomas.
And now, to begin labor pains, a word from our commissioner, Diamond David Thomas.
It's very like him to have to address the crowd like this. A guy who loves the spotlight is, which is quite obvious. But having his matchup against Juicebox tonight, you have to wonder, the crowd, is Juicebox going to join the generation? Is that how his journey, quote unquote, ends? Questions on everybody's lips, but let's see what the commissioner has to say.
You know he has unlimited funds. Is he able to tempt Juicebox?
Diamond David Thomas makes his return to Boston, Massachusetts. Hello, Beantown. I wish I could say it was good to see you, but it's not. You know what? I was actually hoping that Labor Pains would be in a city with some class. Like New York, perhaps. But no, here we are performing for you bunch of drunks. But either way, I'm here to address my match with Juicebox tonight. I know it's been scheduled. I know it's on the card, but I'm here to tell you that it's canceled. And yes, it is canceled, and you know why? Because it's no longer necessary. We don't have to do it. Juicebox has come around to my way of thinking. The match was meant to teach one final lesson, but he has accepted that in order to not squander his talent, in order to achieve his destiny, he was meant to join the generation and Taekwondo David. Now I bet you're all disappointed, like, Juicebox, is he really going to betray us? Is he really going to join the mean old generation? Fact is, yeah, it's a great opportunity. It's a great career opportunity. It's a great life opportunity. And any single one of you would join the generation if you could, but you can't because you're not talented, because you're losers, because you have no future. Not like Juicebox. Juicebox can have the entire world at his fingertips if he just listens to me. He's heard enough. Juicebox is sick of it. He's coming out. He interrupting his commissioner.
Who would do that? A rebel?
What a rebel indeed. Now that's a rebel the crowd can get behind.
A rebel who's been thrown off the top of a production truck, who's been fixated on things during tag team matches. Hashtag Zip Zip.
Get that hashtag trending, folks, on Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn.
We hope you're using your Lloyd Legacy bobblehead to watch along. Lloyd have mercy.
Oh, hell no. The match is not canceled. The match will only be canceled because if you never wanted to fight anybody in your entire life, like if you, surrounded yourself by giant freaks like a fictional character and big metal mutant perverts, and a doctor that nobody should ever trust or love, the match is not canceled. You can tie me up backstage and try to keep me from fighting, but we are fighting.
Nailing that timing bonus. Juicebox, I need you to calm down, okay? Now, I know that you're nervous, that your past decisions have come back to haunt you, but I'm here to tell you that it's okay. You are forgiven. You need to stop acting out like this, and you need to listen to me. It's only through the generation that you can become the man that you're meant to be, okay? Under my tutelage, you can bring Taekwondo David to new heights.
You thought you'd get away with this one too, like you do everything else, because you put yourself in charge, make all the decisions so that you never actually have to do anything? Of course I'm not joining the generation. I did make a little stop at the compound, though, and I'll tell you this. Nobody ties me up unless I ask them to. I am a freaky, kinky, juicy one, okay? I'm gonna kick your ass.
Do not make me do this, Juicebox. If you don't join the generation, I will crush you into dirt. I will erase your existence. You will never work in pro wrestling ever again.
Sip, sip.
Oh!
Down goes Diamond David. Juicebox will not be bought.
Clocking him with the mic, folks. That match is back on, but coming up right up next, we got Don't Touch Our Nuts taking on The Punisher.
Thank you to Funimation for helping with the dubbing.
And Brett.
Well, Strong words, but we have our opening contest getting settled in the ring with the Punisher, Kevin Paquette, looking to wrest away that Fauci surprise briefcase from Don't Touch Our Nuts.
Don't Touch Our Nuts and Kevin the Punisher Paquette have been at each other's throats for over a month. A complete, I'm not sure if I can imagine two more polar opposites in this company than the Punisher and Don't Touch Our Nuts, but Kevin Paquette looking to wrest the control of that Fauci surprise contract away from the squirrels in the robot suit.
If the Punisher is successful, a quick reminder, he can challenge for any men's championship here in QAW. That includes the Intergalactic Championship, the New England States Heritage Championship, the Heavyweight Championship, or the tag titles. All of those titles will be on the line tonight here at Labor Pains.
And we know how effective that is. It worked out as well as it could have for the Slamazon, cashing in on AC Bolts after her victory over Scobie a few weeks ago. And she's challenging again for that title later tonight, but that is an absolutely... it's as big an advantage as you can get, being able to call for a match whenever you want. And personally, I would, if I was the champion in this company and the Punisher had his hand on a contract, I would not sleep.
You'd need to call the doctor and ask him to sew some eyes into the back of your head.
Absolutely. Sew those eyes and give me another butt, why don't you?
I'd like to thank our first sponsor tonight, Buckley's Butts. Do you like cigarettes? Well, we like money. Buy Buckley's Butts.
Only on Amazon.
Booyaka, booyaka.
There he is.
There he is. Or there they are.
The fan favorite. Again, this is a group of squirrels operating a mechanical robot suit, and they've done so to excellent success, winning that men's Fauci surprise ladder match, and has certainly been biding their time with it ever since. It seems like they're just waiting for the perfect opportunity to cash in, but that's assuming that they can defend their briefcase from the Punisher.
Their mission is clear. They have to protect their nuts. They have to bring honor back to their farm. And a quick shout out to every little fan. Trisha with her fan cam from this past QAW pandemic. She's a huge fan of Don't Touch Our Nuts. And to all the little girls watching out there, thank you for your support. D-Ton is pulling for you.
And also a quick shout out to our Little Wrestlers Club over at Peterson Elementary. For every like that this broadcast gets, we will donate 1/10 of a cent to Peterson Elementary in Kodiak, Alaska.
Go ahead and head over to QAWmerch.com/middle school to donate your box tops digitally.
We're moving into charity, folks, but there's no charity to give in this match as we're getting kicked off. It's Labor Pains.
Willard Wilford kicks us off. The Punisher immediately floats over. DDT grounds D-Ton.
That's what he's going to have to do. He's going to have to keep D-Ton, a high flyer, one of the more athletic competitors, on the ground. But already he's coming in hot.
Certainly is. As you said, he's going to need to ground these flying squirrels.
Oh!
Go to sleep!
And following it up with just a kick to the face. D-Ton's down.
Is this it? Cover! 1, 2, 3, the Punisher!
What?
He just toppled Don't Touch Our Nuts. The Punisher is now the holder of the Fauci surprise briefcase.
Oh my God, that is...
That's the fastest win in QAW history.
On any QAW broadcast, let alone a pay-per-view. Good God. Kevin the Punisher Paquette absolutely turning D-Ton to scrap in a matter of seconds. He holds a Fauci surprise.
Ladies and gentlemen, every champion, as you said before this match even started, better watch out. The Punisher means business.
Apparently. Well, hey, that's how you kick off a pay-per-view, I guess, with a statement. And coming up right after this, we have Jungle Magic looking to settle their beef with the governor of New Jersey and his dragon senior advisor. Absolutely.
Former QAW men's tag team champions taking on Rising Tandem, literally rising like a phoenix, even though one's a dragon.
Absolutely. And it looks like we're seeing footage of Kevin the Punisher backstage. What is this?
Dear Punisher, if you're reading this, you've won the briefcase. But alas, no Fauci surprise.
What?
I traded that to Juicebox for 7 pounds of nuts.
What?
If you review the contract we signed, you'll see the Fauci surprise is never referenced. the prize was always just this empty briefcase. I can only imagine how you must feel, coming all this way and not getting your title shot. But if you've come this far, maybe you're willing to come a little further. You remember the name of the town, don't you? You're a good man and a good competitor. I'm sure you'll get your shot someday. Until then, I'll keep an eye out for you and the chessboard ready. Remember, Punisher, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. I will be hoping that this letter finds you and that you don't touch our nuts. Your friend, don't touch our nuts. Don't touch our nuts.
What?
He won a briefcase!
Just a brief. Fuck!
Baby, you got your ass kicked by the dragon.
Candy canes.
Right. So here's what we're gonna do, because you're in the candy cane forest where Maxilon lives, and I'm here in the real world of QAW. We got our tag team match coming up with the governor and the dragon to settle the score for good. You with me, BB?
Smell-o-vision. Yeah.
Same page. Now, I decided to go back to the drawing board. When Malpractice beat us, I decided to watch a few generation tapes. And what they don't know and what I'm telling you is that Mr. Diamond David Thomas, aka Taekwon David, left those training videos of his for anybody to watch. So I think it's time for a little kung fu.
Boom, boom. Pow, pow.
The Falcon and the Beautiful Beast are gonna bring some jungle magic. But my flock of Brunos is coming.
Cornichon pickles. Yum, yum.
And I have one question for you, Mr. Governor-elect, and for you, Mr. Scaly Fire-Breathing Dragon. Would you like to swing on a star?
New Jersey, each day your beauty shines.
Greetings, residents of the Garden State and fans of Quarantine Action Wrestling. It's me, the Governor of New Jersey. And it is almost time to put the Falcon and Beautiful Beast right where they deserve, the bottom of the pile. For what they've done to New Jersey, and frankly, what they've done to decorum in politics generally, that's where they deserve to be. Beaten, broken, forgotten. But first, some announcements. Thanks to my grist mill initiative, production of grist in the state has risen by 50,000%. It is now our third largest export, behind pharmaceuticals and automotive parts. Pharmaceuticals, automotive parts, grist. The pillars of New Jersey. Secondly, an announcement from Union City High School. They are replacing their mascot, the Soaring Eagles, with the Centaurs, mainly because a pack of centaurs has taken over Union City High School and are now playing all the sports. Now, with those announcements out of the way, let's talk turkey. And not just because the dragon destroyed a turkey farm and now everyone in the middle of the state needs to eat lots and lots of charred turkey. The dragon and I have been deep in consultation over these past weeks, talking about what we can do and what we must do, not just for the state, but in the ring as well. And because the dragon communicates only in the language of pain, it is very clear what we have to do. You guessed it, it is pain-related. Falcon, beautiful beast, fans, be prepared for it. Because the iron and scaly fist of New Jersey is about to drop. You're welcome in advance, and thank you for your vote.
New Jersey, each day your beauty shines from farmland to the shore. New Jersey.
Well, some transformational words there from the Falcon as he's looking to overcome the governor and his dragon. And the governor has transformed the great state of New Jersey. Is he going to be able to turn the tables on Jungle Magic?
Yeah, ever since the governor made his debut here in QAW, he's torn down the Bumberland strip mall, putting the Clone Bros out of business, and is now shaping the land to his will. But as people who revere and respect the land, it's Jungle Magic, folks.
They revere them, kid. We're here in Boston, Massachusetts, home of obnoxious accents, and, well, his three men are the opposite of obnoxious. We have a man falcon, a gorilla, and Maxilon the Magnificent.
There's nothing less obnoxious than those three things you just said, if you ask me. And personally, I'm really pulling for Jungle Magic here. They've had to deal with a lot of strife from the dragon and the governor. They've been throwing their weight around, and Jungle Magic has the courage to stand up to them. So let's see if the Beautiful Beast and the Falcon can get back that tandem energy they had that made them tag team champions.
Absolutely. The QAW Men's Tag Team Championships continue to be a hot potato. We're going to witness Malpractice defend them later on tonight as the generation looks to continue its grip on the power structure in QAW.
Well, as we saw before, the match between Diamond David and Juicebox is back on after Diamond David attempting to tie up Juicebox backstage for perhaps some indoctrination or brainwashing. But speaking of brainwashing, it's the governor of New Jersey.
He considers himself a winner. He has money in the bank, and he's stomping his way to the ring. He was undefeated here in QAW until he ran afoul of the Falcon, and he's definitely looking to right what he considers a wrong in his life.
Absolutely. The most divisive politician of our time. Absolutely nobody else is more divisive than this man. And he's certainly not a fan. Well, the crowd's certainly not a fan of him. And one can only wonder how New Jersey feels about him and his tag team partner coming out now.
The war drums are beating. And there he is, folks. Clad in a plume of smoke and flame, the dragon has appeared. Oof.
My god, the absolute largest competitor in this league, dwarfing even the Beautiful Beast when he was magically enhanced by Maxilon before achieving his now rotund, dense form. But good lord, a literal monster. Look at the dragon as he surveys the crowd on his way to the ring.
Also a social media savvy dragon, @Dragon.
He really got on Twitter early to claim that handle. I'm pretty impressed, but that appears to be the kind of skills you need when you're a senior advisor to the most divisive politician of our time.
And to think, he was lying dormant underneath the Bumblein strip mall, and the governor, through way of, I guess, seismic activity and super PACs that were able to raise money from underground, discovered and destroyed the Bumblein strip mall to unearth the dragon.
Well, rising up from the ashes like that phoenix you mentioned earlier, I'm no stranger to that. Personally, when Diamond David found me, I was sleeping in a box in an alley, and he said, "Do you want to commentate my wrestling show?" And now here I am. So, in a weird way, I have respect for the dragon, bringing himself up like that.
You've come so far, Buckley. I mean, when you were sleeping in that alley, you hadn't even had sex yet.
No, I hadn't. I didn't have sex until our show in which we went to Honolulu, Hawaii. And, I mean, I would tell you about it, but it's already hot enough in here with the dragon's fire just coursing around the delivery room.
Certainly is. And if you want to go ahead and bone up on your knowledge, check out our second sponsor tonight, the University of Dragon Online. It's very different. The governor now patting down his pleats, squaring off with the dragon, and here we go!
Again,
the Falcon ties him up, I should say.
Impressive. And a little
dabs on him.
Dab to the crowd. We know that the Falcon, he did put down the governor in that one-on-one contest, so certainly there's got to be some saltiness left from the governor here. But, God, I mean, you know whenever that dragon comes in that we haven't seen anybody manage to stop him at all as he put down the Beautiful Beast almost as quickly as the Punisher just put down Don't Touch Our Nuts.
Certainly, and the Falcon able to escape out of that gorilla press slam from the squat, powerful body of the most divisive politician of our time, as the Falcon whips him into the ropes and lands a beautiful dropkick.
The Falcon, a technical master. He's the more energetic, the more flippy aroundy member of Jungle Magic, and certainly that magically enhanced arm from Maxilon's got to play into that.
Certainly is. Go ahead and use your QAW Merriam-Webster dictionary and look up Flippy Aroundy for a flip book within the dictionary of Buckley doing a head scissors.
And also don't forget when you're flipping through that Merriam-Webster dictionary to put on your Merriam-Webster Snuggie. It's cold outside. Do you know what cold means? Look it up in the dictionary.
It's the absence of a pandemic.
It certainly is.
That the governor tags in the dragon. They shoot the Falcon into the ropes. Double big back body drop. The Falcon goes crashing down to the mat.
God, having to leap over that massive frame of the dragon. The dragon standing at 7 feet 6 inches tall. And look at that. Look at the governor forcing the Falcon back up to his feet there.
Oh, the Falcon's getting dragon handled here. He may not have the strength to overcome a massive, competitor, but the Beautiful Beast might. Oh, big boot!
Taking down the dragon!
7 feet 6 inches flattened only momentarily is... what does he have in store for the beast here?
Oh, no.
That's a lot of scaly meat. Oh, dumbass drop!
Dropping his dragon ass directly under the upper frame of the Beautiful Beast. You can't be dense enough to not feel that. Following up with a DDT. Good lord. He took the dragon by surprise there, coming in with that boot, but the dragon's firmly taking control back.
Sends him into the corner. Looks like the dragon was watching that match the Dinkus had with Chris Bounchy. Chris Bounchy competing in the Battle Royal we saw earlier as the governor going to work on the Beautiful Beast.
Yes, congrats to Bounchy on winning that Battle Royal, actually. You got to imagine that's going to bump up his stock a bit. But, I mean, somebody who knows stock, the governor, they call him Mr. Money in the Bank, is making Jungle Magic stock drop right now.
Certainly. Chris Bounchy now has definitely a higher net worth. He comes from a trash island, and he's made him something of himself here. Now he's, a Battle Royal winner as the Beast is trading blows with the governor. Oh, the governor just slapped him right across the face.
No respect at all.
This is what makes him the most divisive politician of our time.
Nobody more divisive. Look at him just wailing on the beast, and now throwing him into the post.
His head ricocheting off that solid steel post, which thankfully isn't made of diamond like the edge of the ring. Oh,
You have to,
looks like a time skip there. The Falcon's in.
with all the action tonight, folks, with the Nordique competing as well, but you know those time skips are going to happen. The QAW does not follow the laws of physics, but certainly one who does follow the laws of physics is the Falcon. Just look at it, feasting on the flesh of the governor.
That exposed forehead now being bitten into. Beautiful German suplex. Down goes the governor. He's got to make a tag out to the Dragon. He's in big trouble.
He still has the governor's number, it would look, but it's still Jungle Magic. They're hanging in on this barely.
Certainly are. Fireman's carry. Stun gun across the top rope. Down goes the Falcon. You can't fight if you can't breathe. Oh, boot right to the midsection.
I believe that was Thoreau who said that. Correct, Mike?
Certainly was. I think, therefore, I throw you across the top rope.
Oh, look at this, locking the Falcon into the banks of Raritan. Is that, the Falcon taps out, that's it.
The governor overpowering the Falcon. My God, the wheel of political and economic progress crushing Jungle Magic.
Hard times on Jungle Magic indeed. I can't imagine that the governor of New Jersey is much of an environmentalist, seeing as what he's been doing to the land of New Jersey, but God, hearts go out to Jungle Magic, but again, the Dragon and the governor continue their winning ways.
Certainly do. Maxilon's medical debts seem to only pile up even more so if he's going to be healing up the, swollen back of the Falcon. The Falcon's going to have to change tactics, and the beautiful beast was ravaged by the Dragon recently. You wonder if some change has got to come for Jungle Magic, but here's two men who aren't chump change. The governor and the Dragon, who's so massive.
Look at that, the governor barely even half the height of the Dragon. But, well, coming up next, folks, we're going inside a steel cage as Rainbow Brittles takes on her own uterus in a match that's been building up for weeks now.
Don't go anywhere.
I won't.
Deton, buddy, don't touch our nuts. I get it. You worked hard for those nuts. You shouldn't have to work that hard for food. I get it. I'm a human man. I'm a 9-time champion. I can buy anything I want. I can buy nuts. And just like I promised you, I've got a little gift here for you. And this isn't acorns, okay? This isn't something you find in the woods. This is the good stuff. That's 2 pounds of the pistachio cashew, okay? I've got the cashew money. All right, I've got the money roasted almonds. I've got the nut funds. I got whatever you need, Deton. And like I promised you, I'm gonna pay up. I'm sorry. Right. This wasn't a promise. A little bit more. Oh, do you think this is gonna be enough? Because I mean, you can touch these nuts. Deton, you can touch these. These nuts are touchable. You can have as many of them as you want. These nuts never stop coming. And I'll never stop coming nuts for you. You can have as many as you want. Alright? I'm a man of my word. You can touch these nuts. I'll be ready. I'm gonna close this now. You can touch my nuts.
And now the climactic battle between Rainbow Brittles and her own uterus. Loser has to leave QAW.
Well, I mean, what a tangled web these two weave, indeed. Ever since in that women's Fauci surprise contract match, the Slamazon delivering a stiff gut punch right to Brittle's gut, and that's initially what caused the uterus to leave the body, citing frustration from Brittle's, I guess, handling of her. But then Rainbow Brittle's taking a leave of absence. This is actually the first match we've seen her in QAW in over a month, so it's great to see Rainbow Brittles back in the ring.
We certainly welcome her back. She had a temporary alliance with the Slamazon, our current QAW Women's Champion, who we'll see later defending her championship. Definitely good to see the Brittles one, the Skittly one herself, back in a ring.
Absolutely. If she wins this match, then these are the stipulations they agreed on. If Rainbow Brittles wins this match, her uterus has to rejoin the body. But if the uterus wins, then Rainbow Brittles has to leave QAW forever. High stakes to have to live a life without one of your prized body parts.
Like an Aubon pan in the sky, the stakes have never been higher.
I love Aubon pan steak.
We'd like to thank Aubon Pan for providing all the catering to QAW Labor Pains tonight. Folks, if you haven't had the chance, go ahead and pour some broccoli cheddar soup on top of your steak. You'll love it.
Aubon Pan, do you like chicken Caesar wraps? No? Well, it's all we got.
Please leave.
That glass shattering, much as he shattered the body upon leaving it, it's Brittle's uterus. Having initially a very strong run here in QAW, but it almost seems like the longer she's been out of Brittle's body, perhaps it's taken its toll. She has not been competing quite as strongly, has suffered a string of losses, and it almost seems like a mercy of Rainbow Brittles in a way to give this ultimatum to her uterus.
Some some conflicts always have to come to a head, which is ironic in this case because it's a uterus.
It is. I mean, the uterus has proven to not need a head or skin or anything, being a very effective competitor. But again, citing those difficulties I just said, it's good to know that there's an ambulance right over there in case we need it.
Here we go. Brittle's changing up her hair for this encounter. Potentially her last match ever in QAW. Willard Wilford wisely staying out of this.
Now remember, folks, in a steel cage match, you can win by pinfall or submission in the cage or by successfully escaping it, as we first saw in that now infamous steel cage match between Mike Diesel and the Talent all those months ago.
We'd like to thank the Talent's children for operating the cameras around ringside. They work for free.
They certainly do.
They also don't have a father.
When you don't have a father, you have way more time to film wrestling shows.
Absolutely. We'd like to thank Amrak and Steve Delfino for providing direction to those kids backstage.
Absolutely. Now Brittle's tying up one of the tubes.
Oh! Looking for a tubal ligation there on the uterus.
Brittle's
climbing.
Wow.
Oh!
Ooh!
Dropping an elbow right in the center of the membrane of that uterus.
Brittle's has not come to not mess around or mess around. Brittle's is kicking ass.
And now, curb stomping her own uterus.
What kind of internal mental trauma is Rainbow Brittle's going through, having to do this to her own uterus? But her uterus again has. I mean, this is the challenge. This is how you settle things. It's going to be decided here tonight.
Oh, but her uterus firing back, able to ground Rainbow Brittles and bounce her knee off the mat. Brittle's not going to be held down for long. Ties up her tubes and slams her down. Slams it down? My goodness. And now just raking her boots across the face of that uterus, and now a kick to the back of the head.
Looks like she's going to the door. Willard having to solve that complex riddle in order to open the cage door.
My goodness, for any fans of the Da Vinci Code, Ian McClellan once gave a similar challenge to Detective Tom Hanks, but oh!
There it is. He solved it. Nope. Then having to close the door. He does know what gets wetter as it dries.
Boot to the midsection of Rainbow Brittles.
It's a towel.
Slingshot out of the corner of the ring. This uterus is furious about Riddles and about her owner trying to escape her.
This uterus is futurous.
Oh! Blocked there by Rainbow Brittles. A punch kick combination sends her into the corner. Oh, but misses a running drop kick.
You have to imagine that Willard is actually glad this is a steel cage match, knowing how often he gets violently thrown to the ground in women's matches, but at least now he has a cage to protect him.
He also has more time to finish that Delia finger painting he's been working on at ringside.
He does have that crush on her, and I think he wants to tell her that she's his British bestie.
We'd like to thank Willard for submitting his finger paint for the logo for Labor Pains tonight. We did go with Brett's design, as we often do, but thank you, Willard. Cover. 1, 2, 2 count only. Yelling the count from ringside.
As Willard is prone to do, he's been our ref here for a good number of months, and is he good at his job? Well, he certainly gets paid for it. Oh, running into that Uranagi in the corner.
Now the uterus is powering up her tubes. Takes Bribbles down with a couple of clotheslines, ducks that right hand. Big back super kick.
Uterus is getting some speed.
Boot to the midsection. Oh! The Purge! The Purge lands on Rainbow Brittles. How apropos.
The tube twist, and now look at this. Bringing up Brittles to her feet, looking to hit her with, yes, the menstrual cyclone.
Menstrual cyclone. Folks, you're in the splash zone. 1, 2, no! Fans at ringside wearing their QAW ponchos as Rainbow Brittles able to kick out.
If you want a QAW poncho of your own, go to QAWmerch.com and use that coupon code. Look, it's Labor Pains. I saw them wearing a poncho, and I want one too. And now Brittles' uterus looking to escape the cage, but it can't put one of her tubes in the rings. It's a hard system, folks.
We asked Rainbow Brittles' doctor backstage, what exactly is the anatomy of an independent uterus? It's a series of tubes, much like the internet itself.
Look, but that uterus has got an ass. That's how you pull somebody off of a cage wall. You punch the ass.
A lot of ass-based offense here in QAW as Rainbow Brittles and her uterus are balancing precariously on the top rope.
Who's going to fall? Who's...
I'm usually punching the cage.
I think they're trying to shake each other off, but no, uterus grabbing Brittles.
What a strategy.
This is... Oh, my, there goes uterus, hitting its uterus neck on the ropes. Brittles has a clear path.
Unorthodox but effective as Rainbow Brittles is finding the footing that her uterus had trouble with a moment ago.
I don't know if Rainbow Brittles was afraid of heights, but she might have one after this if she can just get her foot on the outside.
More of those damn gravity wells thanks to Devlin's advocate. Rainbow Brittles has hit a pocket of solid air.
Look! No! Brittles has got it! She's on the outside!
She's passing through that pocket dimension.
She looks like Vega from Street Fighter. Is she gonna...
She's done it! She lands...
Rainbow Brittles wins! Rainbow Brittles wins! Her uterus has to rejoin the body! The uterus has been caged!
My goodness, the patriarchy of QAW doesn't have to worry about a rogue uterus.
You have to imagine Diamond David, that's one less thing he's nervous about going into his match, but wow. I mean, it looks like Rainbow Brittles has accomplished her mission. She has become whole again. A girl and her uterus have been reunited.
Well put, Buckley. A woman recovered her uterus and she has become whole.
You know, I gotta... Yes!
Rainbow Brittles heroically overcoming the rebellious insides that once plagued her, but she's got them under control, at least for the time being. And now, folks, we have another matchup coming up next. The labor pains continue as we have Malpractice taking on Business Casualty.
Look at the symbolism!
Uterus! Listen, it's over. It can't be like this anymore. Please.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
You need me just as much as I need you.
You're right. I do need you. I just thought I could do it on my own. We can't even bleed in the ring, for Christ's sake. I'm a monster. I'm a piece of shit.
If I ever did anything to hurt you or make you feel unwanted inside of this temple, which is my body, I apologize from the bottom of my heart.
You might as well just grill me up in this shitty grill and fillet me like Kobe beef.
Will you please join forces again to become whole?
All right, fine. Quickly, before my phallopes dry up into little shriveled. I don't know.
Good night, sweet prince. It wasn't so bad.
Tickets, please!
You hear that? You hear that, Dave? It's the winds of change. See, all I keep hearing about is how the generation doesn't worry about business casual. The generation doesn't worry about the dapper head clapper. The generation doesn't worry about what Rich might have up his sleeve. You know how I know this? Because you guys can't stop talking about us. You guys can't stop attacking us backstage. You guys can't stop sending every single guy in the outfit to the ring the minute it seems like it's not going your way. Now, I'm not a psychologizer, but that doesn't sound like we're not worried about that group. Now, Business Casual had a real slick video ready to go for Sunday's pay-per-view. But I'm so mad about what happened mere hours ago at Pandemic. Change is coming. Change is inevitable. Change is life. But the generation, the doctor, James Maloney, change is upon you. Because, after all, we're us and you're just you.
All right, took care of that big ticket. And now Now let's get this all squared away with Boston's biggest bad boy. I don't know what the hell's going on with that guy. All the stuff that I've done for him, and then he goes and has the gall to tell me that I gotta get out of his way. All right, I'm gonna give that guy a call.
You've reached the voicemail box of Boston's biggest bad boy, James Maloney. If this is the doctor and you don't like that, too bad.
The hell? James, this is the doctor, and I don't like that. Man, we got a match tonight. Enough with this crap, all right? We're the generation, we're a team. You don't just not show up. Come on, man. After all we've been through, after all the time that we spent in the lab together, and now this? Brother, I need you. I need you. We'll work this out. Come on, man. Pick up the phone. I'm calling you in like another hour. All right, I'm out. Damn it. James won't answer my call. This is it. I gotta get the generation. All right, let's see. Let me get David going here. Come on, Diamond David. You gotta answer my call. Come on. Diamond David.
Doctor, what the hell is going on? I have to get ready.
Hey, I'm sorry. I know it's Sunday. I know it's labor pains. James is not, Boston's biggest bad boy is not answering my call.
He's still not answering.
What's going on?
Oh, Wellington. Oh, God.
Look, I've got a championship match to get ready for. This better be good.
I'm sorry. I don't know what else to do. James isn't answering my call. I haven't seen him since Thursday, and he didn't talk to me there. He wouldn't even shower with me like usual.
He didn't respond to the email either.
Oh, good. AC,
Fuck is up?
Oh, AC Volts. Hey, James, have you talked to James? Boston's biggest bad boy. Have you talked to him?
No, I'm kind of busy getting ready.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I got a match. We've got to defend, all right? James is up.
Look, Doctor, we all have matches tonight, okay? If Boston's biggest bad boy doesn't show up, you're gonna have to defend those tag titles yourself.
No. I mean, I've done a lot of work in the lab and mostly work in the lab, not a lot of work in the gym. But I got to tell you what, I am not taking on business casual myself. I'm going to bring one of you two in.
So you could bring Ting Ting, but he's, I'll just say he's not right now.
Ting Ting is fucked up. We all have matches. You have his blood, okay? You're basically malpracticing yourself.
You can do it, or something supportive.
Did you not microchip him when you started taking his blood?
Okay, so the deal was I was not going to microchip him if I got more access to his blood. So that was the deal I made with him.
Look, Doctor, you're the smart one, okay? I trust you. You're gonna take care of this.
All right,
I really have to go because you guys are very dramatic and it's really annoying.
Hey,
you got it, Doc. You got it.
Yeah, what she said. Look, I've got a match. Maybe clone yourself real quick. All right. Good luck out there.
God damn it, that Boston's biggest bad boy. I'm so sick of his crap. All right, I'll figure this out on my own.
Hot potato. Looks like Malpractice is going to be tasked with defending their QAW Men's Tag Team Championship against Business Casualty, the masters of the pile driver.
Business Casual, I mean, made up of Dapper Headclapper and the big ticket Rich Dombrowski, and also Road Rage Mike Carr, who is not here tonight. But these two, I mean, putting on a series of Match of the Year contenders facing off against each other, two of the toughest men in QAW, thinking that if we took each other to the limit the way we did, who could possibly hope to stand against us? And that's a prophecy that's mostly been coming true so far.
The big ticket, a legend of New Japan Pro Wrestling, has graced the North American shores with his talents from everywhere from Salt Lake City, Utah to Boston, Massachusetts. And the Dapper Headclapper, arguably responsible for Men's Warehouse going out of business.
You have to imagine that Chad Henley has his own run-ins with Dapper Headclapper backstage, perhaps even with the as yet to debut Zip Zimmer, but nobody's dressed as well as a Dapper Headclapper, and he wants to make sure everybody knows it. And Rich Dembowski on the opposite end of the fashion spectrum. They're both still strong competitors.
You gotta respect a man in jorts, especially when you have to remind yourself he's not a trash bag.
He is not a trash bag. It's Rich Dembowski.
There he is, the Dapper Headclapper. They're a united front, and frankly, the QAW men's tag team division, since the disappearance of Hardy and Felty, do not have two bigger, beefier boys than arguably Malpractice themselves.
Certainly not. And also, the tag team titles have yet to be defended once, so we'll have to see if that is a record that holds true. And now, of course, with Malpractice, as you can see, we hear his music coming out, but the Doctor coming out solo, perhaps he might be left to defend these titles all by himself.
It's a tall task for a gigantic Doctor who's still wearing the tag team title of the Beautiful Beast, that gigantic title that was custom made for the dense beast who unfortunately came out on the losing end against the Governor and the Dragon earlier. Let's see if Malpractice has better luck.
And again, I mean, enhancing himself with James Maloney's blood and perhaps any other number of nefarious procedures he undertakes in that lab of his. We just saw Boston's Biggest Bad Boy nowhere to be found. These two have not been on the same page lately, having a couple spat of sorts, and James Maloney, he might not show up. He even has to defend his New England States Heritage title later tonight. Maybe he's just focusing on that. Maybe he's going to leave the Doctor to handle this by himself.
There's a tall task ahead of him, does Boston's Biggest Bad Boy, taking on Jacques the Lock, but let's see. Well, the Doctor is getting ready in the ring all by himself. He might have to take on Business Casualty solo. The fans here waiting with anticipation.
They're almost getting slower with anticipation as they... Oh, there it is! Those Inception horns filling the arena. He's here! Boston's Biggest Bad Boy is here to team up with his tag team partner.
Oh my god, he looks anemic. How much blood is being drained from him?
He doesn't look quite as spry as he used to be. Who knows if that mask is just holding something in at this point, but he is a man of respect. He is a man of honor, and it looks like he's going to honor his commitments to those championship belts.
I'd like to go ahead and thank our third sponsor tonight, Dana-Farber. Dana-Farber. Don't let people take your blood. You might get sickle cell. Dana-Farber. Cancer sucks.
If you also like Dana-Farber, make sure you look up Dana-Farber's Instagram page. That's it.
They have some inspirational posts about how you can be Boston's Biggest Bad Boy against tumors.
Well, he's shown up. It looks like this match is going to happen, folks. It's the men's QAW Tag Team Championship belts on the line. Look at that great design and word placement.
Oh, Karen, come on. Don't look at me, Karen.
Karen. Karen's having a hard time.
They're already in the ring.
Dashing and Richie Demoines.
Richie Demoines?
Richie Demoines and Dashing. That's business casual for you.
Richie Demoines.
We heard you.
Look, she knows she's...
597 pounds. They are the tag team champions.
Good job.
They certainly are.
And a big bad boy. The
You know...
Murders.
What?
I mean, it's as close as we can hope. Karen's had a lot to do. It's a long show. She's got a lot of matches in which she has to say people's names. And she's not allowed to read from a script. It's all from memory, folks.
Willard Wilford disgusted with the smell of those titles, apparently.
He has permanent stank face. But it looks like the Doctor and Dapper are going to kick this off.
These two men squaring off as Willard would love to show his stank fest to Delia. Boot to the midsection of the Dapper Headclapper who fights off the Doctor.
And check out QAW's new sponsor dating app, Plenty of Stank Face. Download it on the App Store right now and fill out your profile.
Spelled as it sounds. Plenty of stank space. And now the Dapper Headclapper sends the Doctor, whoa, crashing into the corner and avalanche splash there.
Dapper, a big guy, a big competitor, one of those beefy big boys, but I don't know if anybody's beefier than the Doctor right now with his enhanced blood, but now it looks like the two of them are taking the Doctor up to the top.
Elevated double back suplex connects down to the Doctor. The big beefy boys with the big guns early as the big ticket. Now going to work on the Doctor. Grabs him by both ears and slams him down.
Ooh. Again, we saw these two face off on Thursday, the last pandemic before labor pains, and it ended with the Generation coming out and just beating down the big ticket. You have to wonder if the big ticket's in full shape right now, but he was doing pretty well against the Doctor. So these teams are about as evenly matched as I can imagine. Plus, who knows how on the same page these two are.
Oh, back suplex and Tope Con Bad Boy as James Maloney checks in.
Again,
go ahead.
James Maloney, one of those big guys, he does stuff a man his size should not be able to do with his ability to flip around that ring. But again, his tendency to gas himself out, I don't know if it can't look good for him having to defend his New England title against Jacques later on with how tired he might get from this match here.
Just the magnitude of the challenge on his plate tonight. He has to overcome one half at least of Business Casualty, as he's one half of Malpractice plus Jacques the Lock. That's a tall order.
It absolutely is, and Jacques the Lock perhaps in cahoots with Business Casual to a degree. Business Casual coming to his aid last 2 weeks ago. I mean, it's unclear, but the Generation has had their power relatively unchecked since QAW was formed, and people might start to get sick of it.
Running knee strike followed up with a ground choke there. Cover. One. Kick out at one, as is QAW tradition. Go ahead and use that hashtag QAW Labor Pains. I'm watching it right now. Please retweet this.
Absolutely. We know social media, folks, and we also know Dippin' Dots, our #1 sponsor from the very beginning. Make sure that if to everybody sitting in the front row, if you hold out your cups and you catch 1 ounce of James Maloney's blood, turn that in for a free cup of medium peanut butter Dippin' Dots at your local vendor.
Tag in for the Doctor. Malpractice now working over the head clapper. The Doctor grabs him. Snap suplex.
Again, both these teams just feeling each other out right now, taking it relatively slow, but now escaping that. But these two, it's all strength here, folks.
Russian leg sweep grounds the Doctor as the head clapper seems to have, is he thinking pile driver?
It looks like it, driving his head into the mat.
The Dapper head clapper was able to secure multiple victories over his own partner. 1, 2, almost a 3 count there with that very maneuver. And those two men traded pile drivers until they forged a hard-earned respect for one another.
That's how the strongest iron is forged. You pile drive it into harder iron until it becomes as hard of iron as it can possibly hard iron.
1. Kick out at 1. Head over to QAWmerch.com/Buckleyisms if you want to hear more from Buckley Swan 2.
I recently teamed up with Merriam-Webster. I'm publishing my own book of Buckleyisms. It's kind of like a joke book, but you can only read it while you're on the pooper.
That's right, folks. It's the fecal version of Live Journal as Boston's biggest bad boy crushes Rich Dembowski in the corner. Send him back in.
The bad boy having been busted open earlier, but it looks like, looking to take big ticket to dinner.
Oh!
Oh, big face of ass. Chow and joy, folks. Chow and joy.
Go ahead and look it up in your QAW Merriam Dictionary of face of ass, and you will see the Boston's biggest bad boy bleeding from the forehead. He grabs the ticket. Looks like he was going for a Uranagi there, but Rich Dembowski not easily dispatched. Tags back in, a wise decision here.
Now just placing him on the. Look at that, just raining down those blows on the chest of the bad boy.
It's not pretty, folks, but goddamn if it isn't effective as the head clapper and the big ticket are pouring it on. Willard Wilford watching.
Looks like there may have been a slight miscommunication there between those two. We know that they're two strong personalities, and in a way, it's hard to imagine like if they're even friends or if they're merely rivals who have agreed to a common cause. But again, it's paid out quite well for them as this match has rolled on, and they are in it, folks. That they are not bowing down to the current champs.
Oh, gut wrench suplex there. James Maloney falls up with a crushing senton. We'd like to thank the Dapper Head Clapper's personal stylist, Sammy of Sammy Silk Shirts. He's in the front row there, and clad in that light blue.
You can see him, Sammy, with those giant hands. It really helps him knit those big-ass shirts.
He makes them by hand, folks. He raises the silkworms on a private farm, and the Head Clapper is more than happy to look good. But, he's not looking so good with that dragon screw leg whip taking him down.
Again,
overhand right blocked. Drop toe hold.
Again, no real team. Neither of these teams seem to have quite an advantage over the other yet. They're still trying to figure each other out, trying to develop that game plan of how to finally drive that spike in. But now look at this, hitting. Dapper with that reflex check.
That's a hell of a spike in and of itself. But to your point, these two teams are testing each other's mettle and feeling one another out, trying to find a winning strategy with the tag team titles on the line.
We're about to, thought we were going to see another pile driver there, but a sort of modified power bomb there from Dapper, an innovator.
Shoulder-mounted power bomb as these two men, trying to use their overwhelming power to overcome malpractice. What do they have in store here?
Oh, look at this with the over-the-counter on Dapper.
Over the counter, but in comes the ticket. One. Breaks it up at one.
Remember, folks, Tab Hardy can come in to break up that pin, but only so many times in a match. So it becomes key. Do you trust your partner to kick out of a pin, or do you come in and break it up for them? This is the kind of stuff that you need to plan out if you want to become champions.
Dapper Head Clapper viciously tearing at that cut on the forehead of the biggest bad boy. We may have turned a corner of viciousness here in this matchup.
I also want to point out that Willard so far is quite unscathed here at Labor Pains. He's yet to be knocked to the ground. And remember, folks, if you have that Willard knockdown pool going, whenever he gets hit, make sure you take a drink.
Go ahead and down an ounce of your favorite liquid or an ounce of delicious peanut butter Dippin' Dots. Over the top goes the Head Clapper. I'd like to thank Mr. Henley, who joined us this past Thursday for the pandemic. He is still out there, folks. The Men's Warehouse reps are hanging out with Karen.
Yep, you can see him in that blue suit sitting next to two of his Men's Warehouse representatives, and it looks like our Spanish announce team just decided not to show up, as that table is currently empty. But either way, if you win the live tweeting challenge, perhaps you can earn the chance to sit down at that table.
And speak Spanish.
Yeah, you can win the right to speak Spanish if you win our live tweeting challenge. Military press slam from Dapper. What? What was that?
Boston's biggest bad boy blew so hard into the ring, he stood back up on his feet.
If you don't like
backbreaker.
If you don't like I get to my feet, too bad, he says.
Forearm to the stunned Dapper Head Clapper, who's fighting off a man who is no longer human.
Apparently not. The bad boy, his DNA reaches levels of power that we can only pretend to understand. And now just that massive gut buster on Dapper. It's starting to take a turn here, folks.
Running senton connects. Boston's biggest bad boy. He's got to be careful he doesn't wear himself out, because as you mentioned, he's taking on Jacques Delac for the New England Heritage States Championship.
And not in any normal match, in a 15-minute Iron Man match. Whoever scores the most pinfall or submission victories in that 15 minutes will be crowned the New England States Heritage Champion.
So the World Gut Wrench Suplex right on the center of that A. We'd like to thank Henry Winkler for being our official celebrity brand ambassador. Go ahead and check out... Willard Willard's down!
Down goes Willard. Take that shot. Or Dot. Now look at this. setting up the bad boy for this tandem pile driver to business casualty.
Business casualty cover. 1, 2, oh! Broke it up. Dapper Head Clapper running in circles there, just showing how well his material breathes to Sammy.
It's an incredibly well-made suit that you can move around the way he does in it. And now Bad Boy, look at that, just pointing to his bloody forehead, saying that this is what drives him.
Certainly is. Back body drop there, reversal by the Big Ticket, who is zoned in on the Bad Boy. You got to wonder if the Bad Boy is... Well, he has to be distracted, if not by that cut on the forehead, then by having to pull double duty tonight.
And also, big spine buster from the Big Ticket and pulling up Bad Boy to his feet.
Exactly. Pouring it on, not giving him an ounce of daylight here as he goes to work on the face, the ribs, shoots him into the corner. Oh, this is a big splash.
I have to point out, too, it looks like Malpractice, at least for now, have overcome their differences. These two, as he's looking to tag in the Doctor, but these two not... Well, James Maloney has not been thrilled with the tactics used by the Doctor and the generation as a whole, interfering in his matches and sort of fighting his battles for him. We weren't sure he was going to show up or work well with his partner, but they're certainly paying off right now.
They're making it work, much like QAW does with our official tomato juice sponsor from Unilever, V8. We were able to freeze it enough to make stairs. V8, it's furniture now.
It's not a 10, it's V8. Oh, and look at this, another reflex check on the Big Ticket.
Cover here. 1, 2, oh! Broken up there by the Dapper Head Clapper. The Doctor, miscommunication there.
Now bumping into the Bad Boy, as I was just saying, them overcoming their differences, perhaps they've come back up the surface, and bold move getting on the corner right next to Dapper. He's not...
There's the in store here. Tomahawk chop. Down goes Rich Rambowski. If you get hit right between the center of the halves of your brain, it can disorient you.
It can. That's a typical boss strategy in video games, and now look at that. Just that knee breaker on Dapper. Doctor's starting to gas out a little bit too.
Starting to show that he's a little worse for wear, surgically dissecting both members of Business Casual.
If they're looking to go for a pin, this would be their chance as the Big Ticket having to roll to the outside to recover. This is a break in the window.
The Big Ticket may forget sometimes that in an American match you have to get in by the count of 10. In New Japan Pro Wrestling and similar Japanese promotions, you have to the count of 20. So the Big Ticket's got to reacclimate himself if he wants to be successful tonight.
That he does.
The Doctor has a grip on the head clapper. Oh, creative back suplex there.
God, I mean, that's what these two teams are all about. Just slams and bombs and just like everything, just tossing each of their opponents around. It's just four strong, beefy boys.
Modified Dragon Sleeper here. It's not underneath... Oh! Not underneath the chin or cutting off the carotid artery there, so it wasn't exactly meant to knock the head clapper unconscious, more meant to wear him down. Boot to the midsection.
Oh, and another reflex check.
He hit a man with glasses. What a coward.
That is bold. That is bold moves indeed, going after a man with glasses, but it's a strategy there. You knock off his vision, you knock off his ability to see. That's what I always say.
Oh, but the head clapper drawing blood as well on the Doctor. Now both members of Malpractice are leaking some plasma. Oh, spin around, sit out powerbomb.
Look at this, like you said, both members of Malpractice now busted open. This is the opening the Business Casual might need.
Certainly is. The head clapper brings the Doctor back to his feet. The Big Ticket trying to rally this crowd.
Into the corner.
Oh, Doctor able to fight out. Big Ticket having some words with the Doctor. In goes the head clapper. Oh, and gets crushed with a clobber and clothesline. The Big Ticket is incensed. He wants in.
So is Bad Boy. God, I mean, this has gone on for over 15 minutes now, folks. Both of these teams have got to be tired, but how can you need to line up that perfect sequence to put away your opposing team.
That's what it's going to take, Buckley. Perfect synchronization with your tag team partners. They've been throwing bombs all match, but nothing's been going boom.
You can throw a bomb, but it's got to explode. And now, look at this bad boy setting up in the corner, bringing up Dapper to his feet, looking to land the Beantown beatdown. Look at this crowd go nuts for their bad boy.
Shoots the half cover. 1, 2, no! The big ticket breaks it up again. The big ticket is not going to go down lightly, folks. Right hand to the bad boy, but eats an eye of the storm.
And this is, but he clocked James Maloney. James Maloney's standing there, dazed.
That right hand from the big ticket is disoriented the bad boy temporarily. He has the head clapper. Takes him down with a shoulder charge. He's going to have to do it on his own, folks. The big ticket's still down.
Dapper's been in this for a long time. He's got to be tired, but so is James Maloney, standing there like he was waiting for a fatality in Mortal Kombat. But now, look at this. Is he going to... Yes, the pile driver on James Maloney.
Could this be enough? Are we going to see new champions? 1, 2, no, not enough to keep the bad boy down.
God, what more will it take? All of these teams putting on a wrestling clinic. This is how tag team wrestling is done.
Certainly is. We saw it in that New England Heritage States Championship gambit between the bad boy and Mike Diesel, that the bad boy can take a ton of punishment. We would like to remind everybody, if you're anything like Penguin, Mike Diesel is not Mike Carr.
He is not. They are two different Mikes. Mike Diesel is not Mike D, is not Mike Carr. And now Boston's biggest bad boy flipping over the big ticket. The big ticket relatively fresh in comparison to the other competitors in this match. I think that he might be the difference maker here.
Certainly could be. Shoots him into the corner. Single leg trip there from the ticket. And he's got him. Could this be a Boston Crab in Beantown? It is!
A Boston Crab. The crowd's going nuts for their favorite hold. Is the bad boy going to... Well, how embarrassing if he taps out.
The big ticket knows how to make hurt last. Is this enough?
No!
Able to just power himself out of that. The bad boy has the ticket.
God, all the effort that Bad Boy's putting in right now. Again, taking a rock bottom there from the big ticket. He has to defend his New England title later tonight. What is this going to do to his endurance?
Shoulder charge there to the big ticket. We would like to congratulate The Rock. He's so powerful in real life, he was able to overcome the coronavirus and cure it within his entire family. Our thoughts and prayers do go out to Dwayne Johnson.
Powerbomb there from the big ticket.
Cover. 1, 2. He transitions into another Boston Crab.
Flipping over, and now Dapper's indisposed. The doctor, is that it? Is he going to tap?
This is their moment. Is Business Casual going to be champions?
No.
The head clapper was able to dispense the doctor, but the big ticket, he's still pouring it on.
He's trying to put down James Maloney. He wants to, look at this, getting the crowd behind him. This is their chance.
He's showing that fighting spirit that brought him so much success across the pond, but down he goes. The Scourge of the Pacific, Rich Dembowski, the big ticket, losing sight of victory for just a moment, and Boston's biggest bad boy is making him pay.
Tried to take him to dinner again. Chow and Joy, look at all the blood on James Maloney's face. How is there anything left in him?
As the great Gordon Soley once said, we're donning the proverbial crimson mask as the big ticket needs to dig down deep and put away this bad boy. Back body drop.
And now James Maloney looking to take control again as he's just tossing around big ticket. They've slowed it back down. This is in favor of the champions.
Certainly is. Again, leaking blood out of their foreheads. Both members of malpractice. The doctor's going to have to stitch them up for sure. Running senton connects. Bad boy could be thinking flipping pile driver soon.
If you can land
into the corner.
If you can land that Bostonian destroyer. But now it's setting them up, going over the counter again.
Cover the head clapper. He's coming in. Yes, and he's able to break it up. The bad boy too tired to break it to prevent that from happening.
And the doctor now just taking down Dapper. Dapper's knocked senseless. He's cleaned his clock, and now what is this? Putting the big ticket into the doctor's order.
Doctor's order. Is the ticket going to be able to power through this?
Can he?
No, that's it.
Big. big ticket taps out. Business Casual does not become the new champions. The first time these tag titles have been defended, folks. Malpractice remains.
A Herculean effort put in here by Business Casual. You have to wonder if it would have made the difference if Mike Carr, not Mike Diesel, had been ringside, but they gave it a hell of an effort. You can't take anything away from them tonight.
God.
Unfortunately, they weren't able to take away the Men's Tag Team Championship, as you said, defended successfully for the first time.
Well, that's just, I mean, that's how it goes. Is the Doctor and James Maloney the first ever people to defend those belts? But coming up next, folks, it's another tag match of our mysterious tandem of Eddie Cation and the Gourmet as they take on, well, mystery opponents is all we know about them.
Certainly, the mystery continues. The intrigue rolls on as the pandemic rolls on.
Look at his face.
Long ago, in a time before the world was made, an ancient tome existed. It contained recipes for the most powerful things in the world. Diseases, weapons, whatever the positive equivalent to a weapon is, has been passed through many hands since its creation. Some of those hands have helped the world. Many have hurt it. In the year 2006, in the book of these recipes fell into the hands of a truly evil force. A man who had gained the power to bring flames to everything he touched. A man with the powers to call some ghost to his side to aid him in battle. A man who described himself as a mayor, with no election ever being held. The Gourmet had learned of this book's existence and was fascinated with it for as long as he can remember. Knowing he needed someone's help to translate it, he waited until the right time. That time is tonight. After many years, with this ancient tome, the mysterious man received an invitation to fight with Deadpan, with the book on the line. And since this is a tag team match, this mayor of Flavortown needed the smartest ghost he could find. Chef versus chef. Ghost versus ghost. All for the book.
And now Deadpan squaring off with a mystery team. And oh my goodness, is that really?
That's Guy Fieri and the ghost of Albert Einstein, another chef and a man of science. Again, I mean, we just saw, it looks like Deadpan channeling, looking to summon an ancient power of sorts, and perhaps the only people who can translate that book is, well, Guy Fieri and Albert Einstein, of course.
Eddie Cation there, as we've covered, is a spirit that's been brought back to our realm by the Gourmet, who doesn't just cook up delicious meals. No, he cooks up ways to find maybe the most unorthodox way to win wrestling matches.
I mean, what's more of a recipe than science, necromancy, results? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, and if you want to learn more about Buckley's scientific method, go ahead and head over to qawmerch.com/I know science.
I certainly do. I majored in but I'm here as a wrestling commentator now, but we all got our side gigs. QAW is nothing if not a guild of small businesses.
Certainly is, and we'd like to thank our education sponsor, the University of Amherst, Massachusetts, which through the Eisenberg School of Management will give you your bachelor's, otherwise known as in business administration.
Go Beavers!
The Fightin' Beavers, and certainly these two men, no strangers to Beavers, Eddie Cation and the Gourmet. Damn!
Look at this. The supernatural power as the crowd goes along with Eddie. Detention, 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 detention.
Seems like a strict punishment for fans having a good time, and folks, if you want to be punished, or if you're having a good time, go ahead and keep that hashtag going. QAW Labor Pains, I'm watching it right now.
Get it trending. And somebody who knows all about trending, it's the mayor of Flavortown himself, folks. He's here at QAW. It's Guy Fieri.
The least divisive politician of all time, the mayor of Flavortown himself, Guy Fieri.
He just enjoys good food, and he wants you to as well. Fiesta Rivera.
Rivera Steakhouse, a legendary steakhouse that was frequented by Rich Dembowski when he was a New Japan Pro Wrestling mainstay. Guy Fieri, bringing that strong style to both your cholesterol and the squared circle.
Absolutely, and what do you think of with Guy Fieri and none other than science and physics? Is now the ghost of the greatest scientist in the history of the world is being summoned to do battle once again in the squared circle. It's Albert Einstein.
The numbers don't lie, folks. And here he comes, using the most efficient mode of transportation.
Look at that strut. Look at that speed walk. This man, he wrestles in his sweater and he makes it look good as he strolls right past our competitors, afraid to look him in the eye. It's Einstein, folks.
He mastered that movement of his hips years ago. Patented it if you look up in the U.S. Patent Office. It is the fastest way to get from A to B. A master of time and space, Albert Einstein.
As he's about to prove that E equals MC ass kicked.
Guy Fieri looks terrified.
He does.
Maybe he doesn't realize this is going to be a fight. Maybe he just... Oh! Gets belly-to-belly suplexed by the Gourmet. He's going to get an education here.
Oh, he's getting diners driven into the ground there from the Gourmet as Chef battles Chef.
Standing spinebuster, but able to fight it off, and, well, hesitantly, he's hooking into submission. Good for Guy.
He's got it. He doesn't like to hurt somebody, but it looks like if Deadpan looks to harness the power of Guy Fieri and Albert Einstein, they're going to have to beat them in a wrestling match, as is mystical tradition.
Certainly. The Gourmet now, boot to the head of the Guy Fieri, grabs him by the scruff of the donkey sauce. Oh, Guy able to elbow macaroni his way out. Oh, and not accustomed to fighting. Now just grabbing the Gourmet by the head and saying, look at this hair you don't have. Look at the hair I do have.
Look at him just shaking him like he shakes up a freshly shaken margarita at his Tex-Mex restaurants, dragging the Gourmet to his corner.
Folks, if you are enjoying tonight's matchup and you want to support both QAW and Guy Fieri, go ahead and order on Grubhub your own Trash Can Nachos. Trash Can Nachos, a real product.
Buy two, get one free, but the third one won't come for a few weeks. Oh no, but out of the way of Einstein jumping there as he reverses into that reverse DDT.
Albert Einstein, surprisingly agile.
For a ghost, he looks great.
Certainly does, and now, stomping the knees, knee first, patella first, cracking off the mat. Education, hopefully, is taking notes from one of the all-time greats.
You have to imagine, he looks almost giddy with excitement on the outside as he gets to watch one of his personal heroes, even as he's laying waste to his tag partner. And look at this, these two are just dragging the Gourmet must have mat burn. It's just dragging it all around.
Well, everyone knows that static friction is one of the forces you have to overcome if you want to inflict some heat-based offense, and Albert Einstein certainly, making the Gourmet feel it as he feels that splash from Guy Fieri.
Yeah, these two, clearly they are the gatekeepers of some kind of power as they're showing impressive tag team sensibility here, but now Education comes in.
Eddie quickly, though, reversed and sent into the corner. He's going to have to deal with this terrible tandem. Needs a shot right to the ribs. And now we're seeing some otherworldly combat as two spirits do battle.
Ghost Scientist versus Ghost Scientist. Just another day in QAW, and if you haven't Remember, folks, if you haven't followed or subscribed to our Twitch channel, please do. And starting on October 1st, we will be making a move over to 2MB Studios, joining a new team and a new bevy of programming. Make sure to follow us there as well and use that hashtag CAW.
QAW, CAW, as Education collapses the chest cavity of Albert Einstein. Big shout out to Max Brass for getting 2MB Studio started.
Oh, hitting him with the binder there.
1, 2, no! Almost a 2 count there. The collapse of Chunkle meant the rise of Toast.
That's what they say.
Sends him into the corner. Big shout out to Iron Pete Fenzel, who we understand is just killing it as a dad in real life.
Absolutely. And shout out to T. Ruxman in the chat, QAW's #1 fan. And shout out to Beau Wellington. He's there too.
Certainly is, keeping that chat lively. And again, use that hashtag QAW labor pains. I'm watching it right now as Albert Einstein looks to turn out the lights of Education.
Is he looking to hit it? Yes, he's locked him in the Manhattan Project. Is that it?
The radiation just seeping into the spirit of Education. Willard Wilford showing him his finger puppets.
Eddie, is Eddie going to tap out? Is he going to tap out to his hero? No. Einstein lets him out.
Very kind of him. 2 colleagues doing battle and out of respect. Lets him out of that hold. Tags in Guy Fieri. Oh! Double toss, double boots to the front and back. Eddie, wisely able to tag in the Gourmet. Easily the powerhouse of these 2.
Gourmet picking up some momentum here. That jumping drop kick. He's taking Guy Fieri to task.
Oh! Guy Fieri able to just squash him in the corner there. Guy, definitely the thicker of these 2 competitors. And standing Uranagi, down goes the Gourmet. Guy's starting to feel it.
No, beckoning the Gourmet to his feet. What does he have in mind here?
Looked like a running chop, which makes a lot of sense with one chef attacking another to try to chop him with his knife edge. But able to just splatter that ample donkey bone right across the back of the Gourmet.
Looks like Deadpan may have bitten off more than they can chew up against these 2 competitors, but now the Gourmet looking to rally here. Yes, showing Guy Fieri how a chef does it, hitting him with the souffle.
Oh, quiet or else it'll collapse. 1. Einstein able to break it up. No respect for French baking.
Einstein there to break it up just like he breaks apart molecules. And the Gourmet looking to get the crowd behind them. They've got a rally here.
Oh my goodness. Looks like he's gonna hit. Yes, Snake Eyes. Followed up. Big boot to Guy Fieri. Finishing with a leg drop. What a sequence there from the Gourmet.
Fantastic sequence. The Gourmet picking it up. That stovetop is crackling. And now, look at this. Hitting Guy Fieri with the hammy slammer on rye. That's language that Guy Fieri can understand.
Certainly, like adding pop rocks to stovetop. There's some crackling stuffing here.
That's a Thanksgiving you don't want to miss.
Boot to the midsection of the Gourmet. Cracks him across the face there. His arm's caught in the rope, but able to free himself.
Gourmet's been doing pretty well here, but yeah, getting that tag is a wise move at this point.
Always wise, almost like a Pokemon trainer to match up type against type.
And here we go. Hitting Einstein with the cutting class, much like Einstein cut class in high school math.
Cover. 1. Guy able to break it up and bust him out of detention.
Yep, Gourmet touching Willard, scolding him a little bit. And now, look at this. Eddie maybe looking to, putting Einstein in detention.
Detention. Einstein, he doesn't know where he is. 1, 2, no. Drawing strength from that otherworldly turtleneck. Einstein's still in this.
Einstein refuses to let school dictate him. He dictates school is what that famous Einstein quote is. But now, clocked in the face.
What does Eddie have in store here? Nothing.
He doesn't follow it up at all.
He hesitated. He was looking in the face, the eyes of his hero, and Einstein now wondering himself, is this battle really worth it? Is it not? The moral dilemma of two men of science. Nope, never mind.
No, he changed his mind. No, it's immediately into the yes kicks.
He was just playing possum.
I think he was. Einstein, it's genius as he is in the realm of science. He's even smarter in the realm of pro wrestling, and now looking to, yes, he's locking Eddie in again into the Manhattan Project.
But again, able to escape it as Eddie. He's gonna have to overcome this hesitation. Michinoku drive.
Ooh, out of nowhere.
1, 2. No, Einstein able to kick out.
I thought that was it. I thought he got the jump on Einstein there, but now Guy Fieri back in the outside. Look at this, the binder on Einstein.
1, 2, 3, and that's it. Eddie able to bind up Einstein.
Wow, good stuff there. Just that impressive, going for those quick pins at the end there, and then the Gourmet running that interference, hitting Guy Fieri with the DDT. It looks like deadpanned. Eddie Cation and the Gourmet now have earned the power of Einstein and Guy Fieri. What they do with it, with great power comes great responsibility, folks.
We understand that next up they may be fighting Peter and Ben Parker. We understand that would make them even more powerful, but until then, folks, stick around for more QAW labor pains, as next up we have the Rebel Juice Box taking on Diamond David Thomas.
Don't go anywhere. Follow.
Sip,
bitch.
No.
This is it. It has to be it, right? It has to be.
Oh, this will be useful. This will be very useful.
Juice Box, welcome to the generation.
Oh, Boston's biggest bad boy, James Maloney. What's up?
You caught me here, in vacation mode, relaxing before my double title defense this weekend.
The people didn't want me to be a part of the generation, but too bad.
That's my boy, Sip Sip. Oh, man.
It's gonna be a fun day. Got a big pay-per-view. What's wrong with your face?
My face?
Yeah, what's wrong with your face? It looks a little ridiculous.
Wait, ridiculous? What are you talking about?
Sip, bitch.
Oh!
Ridiculous. No, I won't give in. No, I won't give in till you look ridiculous. Darling David, you have no friends. Ridiculous. No, I won't give in. I won't give in till you look ridiculous. Darling David, you have no friends, and I am the juice box. And I won't give in to the generation until I'm victorious. Since it, bitch, until the end.
You know, Juicebox, even after everything we've been through, I want you to know I do respect you, honestly. You know, I think back to when we first met, when you walked into my office, and all I saw was untapped potential. Do you want to keep going at it alone, or do you want to achieve that future that I saw for you? Through Taekwondo, David, I could have given you the world, Juicebox. But you remain intent on destroying everything I've built.
That little children's drink is threatening everything we've built, everything we constructed, all of Quarantine Action Wrestling. None of it would have existed if it weren't for you.
Get bigger, get better, take the respect you deserve.
I didn't join the generation to hang out with the losers. So get out there and kick some ass.
David, the only reason I joined the generation was because of you. Now kick Juicebox's ass.
You know, fighting really isn't the solution to anything. Have fun out there.
Juicebox. At labor pains, you're not fighting the generation anymore. You're fighting me.
And now the intrepid commissioner, the head of the generation, Diamond David Thomas, does battle with the rebellious as ever Juicebox, the mongoose to his snake.
Much like the commissioner put it, these two are yin and yang as his efforts to finally put Juicebox in the generation have fallen on deaf ears. And as we heard at the beginning of the show, literally tying up Juicebox backstage in an attempt to prevent this match from happening and to have brainwash him into joining the generation or something of the sort. But Juicebox cannot be contained. He's here, and as we just saw, paying a visit to the generation compound prior to this and super kicking James Maloney in the face. Even more punishment put on the bad boy before his title defense later tonight.
The bad boy has an uphill battle ahead of him with Jacques Deluxe, which would have been true even if he didn't have a tag team title match that he was successful in his defense for. Big shout out to Business Casual for their efforts earlier. And now Juicebox looking to double down on his efforts to topple the generation from the head down.
And we have to remember, he traded the Fauci surprise contract with Don't Touch Our Nuts for 7 pounds of nuts. So now Juicebox, he has the Fauci surprise contract. He could cash in on that for any men's title whenever he wants. So that's not up for grabs here. All that's up for grabs here is finally which one of these men will come out on top. They have been this has been a blood feud for months now.
Certainly has. Shout out to our sponsor tonight, LegalZoom. LegalZoom. All of the rules of the contract are airtight. LegalZoom. We checked. And there he is in all of his glory and splendor. Diamond David Thomas.
Look at that. There's a certain intensity about him, a new fire in his eyes that we haven't seen before. This fight apparently has gotten quite personal. It seems like he might have been genuine in hoping to help Juicebox achieve his destiny, but much like a rebellious teenager, he feels he has to put down Juicebox now.
Certainly does. Diamond David Thomas, the benefactor, the patriarch, if you will, of QEW with his unlimited funds, has been able to produce each of these shows. He's been able to take us on the road, much like a gypsy traveling circus, all the way from Salt Lake City, Utah to Boston, Massachusetts, to from the Alamo in Texas. It is all in thanks to Diamond David Thomas.
And again, a big thank you to Salt Lake City for hosting us for 3 weeks. I had many of Salt Lake City's signature dish, fried ravioli. That's right, it was delicious. I'm stocked up on my fried carbs. I won't have any for another month.
We get it! You've had sex!
That's what I call sex, fried ravioli. I had sex again in Salt Lake City.
I know!
Yep, that's twice now, folks. Twice! Buckley Swantoon has had sex twice. Check out my Merriam-Webster page on QAWmerch.com to get a napkin coaster with the full story on it.
Thank you to our sponsor, Motel 6. Motel 6 will make you stay in the same room as a guy having sex. Motel 6.
Motel 6. It's a 6 out of 40.
Well, folks, if you enjoy statistics like Buckley does, then the numbers don't lie. Diamond David Thomas has one of the highest win percentages here in QAW. Juicebox with a tall task ahead of him.
Diamond David, yep, has yet to lose a pay-per-view match, taking down Shakes, taking down Creative Control in that elimination tag with the Generation against them, taking down the Clown in the first ever QAW pay-per-view Total Shutdown, which was here in Beantown almost 6 months ago. What a long road it's been, Mike.
Certainly is, and I am honestly honored to have done this, to have taken this journey with you, Buckley. We've learned so much about ourselves. You popped your cherry, if you will. And if you're a fan of numbers in general, again, we would like to thank Stat Guy Pete for keeping us chock full of knowledge. I understand that he got engaged over the weekend to his longtime calculator.
Congrats to Stat Guy Pete, and I'll follow you anywhere, Mike. Let's start off this match right now.
Oh, Juicebox immediately going to the midsection. DDT to Diamond David. That's a lot of D's, and of course we're going to see Pride and popping out later tonight.
Oh, a lot of D's and a lot of elbows there, just driven into the chest of Diamond David. You have to imagine. I mean, Juicebox driven by just a fueling desire to finally put Diamond David in his place. He speaks for all those who feel Diamond David has just completely stacked the odds against all of his opponents, and he's sick of it. He wants to bring order back to this business.
Juicebox getting his back worked over here. Running knee to the side of the head. Brutal. Now collecting himself. Juicebox wanting to do things the right way, not unlike Lloyd Legacy Sharp, will be competing later tonight for the QAW Men's Championship against Wellington Arms.
A man of honor, a man, again, who is just much like the Dragon and much like myself, has climbed up from the absolute bottom and has worked his way up the ranks. He has overcome every challenge that Wellington Arms has put in front of him, and finally earning his shot at the QAW Men's title and the main event tonight.
Cover. 1. Gecko to 1, as is QAW tradition.
But again, we know how sadistic Diamond David can be. We know how even when the match seems to be won, he wants to stamp out that last fire within you. He wants his victory to be absolute. So Juicebox, he may have bitten off more than he can chew here.
Running knee strike to the center of the chest. Juicebox driven with his own momentum straight down. Falling senton from Diamond David, otherwise known as Taekwon David. His chi is centered, folks. Juicebox is in trouble.
If you want to center your own chi, check out the new QAW-sponsored app, Meditation. That's it, folks. It's all sounds of the ass that helps you fall asleep and focus yourself. Ass, the center of the body. 1.
That's right. Head on over to the app store of your choosing, whether it's Android, whether it's app, and download Meditation. Now Juicebox's head. Driven ass first into the mat.
Diamond David, a practitioner of several ass-based offensive moves, but now just being completely shut down there by Juicebox. Juicebox, again, a multi-time champion in Pandemic Athletic Wrestling. This guy, he has yet to earn gold here in QAW, but that's because he's been dealing with Diamond David ever since he joined. He was thrown off the top of a truck.
Certainly was, and you wonder what the health is constantly of his back there. Getting thrown off a truck similar to Ric Flair back in the late 1970s.
Closing time.
Cover. 1, 2, But honestly, that comparison, Juicebox to Ric Flair, is apt, as those two superstars have to be world championship caliber to overcome catastrophic injuries, like being thrown off a truck or crashing in a plane.
And now hitting the Baconator on Juicebox, that devastating pile driver maneuver.
Diamond David's wasting no time. He wants this one over fast. 1, 2. Kick out at 2.
Juicebox is going to take more than that. He is the heart, again, much like Ric Flair, just the level of spirit, the level of fight in him is just absolutely godlike. And now putting it in the rings of Saturn from Diamond David, just absolutely, again, vicious stuff.
Diamond David, relentless. Diamond David's a man who's used to getting what he wants when he wants, and Juicebox spurning him in his invitation to join the generation has seemed to lit a aggressive fire as the Shotenkai brings Juicebox down. Now he's headed to the top. Beckoning Juicebox back to his feet.
What's he got in store here?
Tomahawk chop, looking to separate that trucker hat from the scalp of Juicebox.
Almost looked like a Wellington Arms move, but metal arm or not, a chop to the center of the brain, that hurts.
Backbreaker, Juicebox looking to rally, looking to get this crowd into it.
Getting the crowd on his side, he's going to need them.
This crowd staying silent, though. This is a Boston crowd. He should have asked them, how you doing? How's Sully?
They should have. That's what every Bostonian responds to. But look at this sequence now, planning Diamond David after that scoop slam, bringing him up to his feet.
You know what I kept hearing when Guy Fieri was coming out?
What?
Aye, the mayor!
The fucking mayor.
The fucking mayor, Flavortown kid.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Looking to shove it in Diamond David's face with that Bronco Buster.
Bronco Buster as the straw of Juicebox bouncing in the face of Diamond David.
How embarrassing.
Sip, bitch. Diamond David captures Juicebox, elevates him up. And another Shotenkai. Shout out to Hiroki Goto, the longtime tag team partner of the Big Ticket, Rich Dembowski.
Must have picked that up when he trained in the Doji Forest. The master of Taekwondo, Diamond David Sensei, still a mysterious figure. We don't know who it is, but somebody who Diamond David cites often. But now looking to do his Sensei proud as Juicebox reverses. These two, not one. Oh, wait, hold on. A lost straw in Diamond David.
Cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Big shout out to Willard Wilford, who's been in position more often than not. He brought his A game to labor pains.
I think so far he's only been concussed once this event, so he's still in it.
Juicebox with a money shot.
Money shot on Diamond David. Is that gonna? Did he finish all over him?
Oh, Diamond David trips him up, not appreciating being splattered.
Not appreciating it at all, and again locking him back in the rings of Saturn.
Rings of Saturn being locked in here, as you mentioned, picking up many different maneuvers and techniques in the Doji Forest. Folks, head over to QAWmerch.com/Doji Forest to get your own Diamond David training tapes. We understand the Falcon was watching some of those earlier as we witnessed he seems to be going under his own martial arts transformation as Juicebox continuing to, work over Diamond David.
It would seem that way. Perhaps exciting things in store for the Falcon and the Beautiful Beast, but either way now, fighting on the outside, and they're taking it to each other. Both of these men still with plenty of fight left in them.
Certainly, these two men looking to jockey for position and become more powerful as we witnessed the Governor and the Dragon pick up a victory earlier. The state of New Jersey definitely celebrating in the streets tonight as the Dragon breathes fire on all of its people.
What better way to celebrate than by being burned alive? But now look at this. Juicebox now beckoning Diamond David to his feet. What's he got in store?
Oh! Crossbody cover. 1, 2. No! Kick out at 2. The master of the crossbody, Le Magnifique Nordique, will be in action later tonight against the Clown for the Intergalactic Championship.
In a one-on-one ladder match, no less. We'll see which one of those competitors can climb their way to space and climb their way to championship glory. And now Juicebox locking Diamond David in this hold. Both of these competitors getting tired. They have to get some of their energy back. There's still plenty of fight left in them. You have to put that last nail in the coffin.
Certainly do. Diamond David setting him up. Oh! Reverse crossroads, cover. 1, 2, oh! Kick out by Juicebox. The double crossroads there. Diamond David letting Juicebox know he does not appreciate having his emotions toyed with.
Absolutely not. And just remember all the anger that's going into this match. And wait, now Diamond David, getting sick of it, wants to put away Juicebox, hitting with the frosty boot right in the face.
Has he put Juicebox on ice? Oh, Senton to follow up.
Again, this is that sadistic nature. He can't just put him down with one move. He wants to drive him into the dirt, as he said earlier. He wants to ruin his career. And now beckoning Juicebox up to his feet.
Juicebox tentatively back up.
There goes another Baconator.
Oh, the lipids, cover. 1, 2, no! Juicebox able to kick out. His heart's not stopped yet.
It is not stopped, folks. It's only getting stronger. Remember all of the pain and turmoil that these two have put each other through. Diamond David throwing Juicebox off the top of a production truck. Juicebox coming back from the dead. The hate that is formed between these two, and also just the regret in Diamond David in losing a prospective, well, student of his own, a new member of the generation. These two, it's gotten personal.
Boston Crab locked in as Willard Wilford presents to the camera.
This is my ass. That's it.
If you look directly into it, you'll actually see the first 5 minutes of the Richard Gere classic, The Mothman Prophecies.
Oh, and now Diamond David just booting Juicebox City outside.
Diamond David taking to the top. Telling Trisha with the fan cam to pay attention.
Look at this, Trisha, as he goes to fly and misses, of course.
Well, good camera work by Trisha.
Trisha following us all the way from Salt Lake City to Boston. We've set her up at the department in Beacon Hill, and now they're back in the room. Back in the ring.
Oh! Float under, neckbreaker reversed into a facebreaker. 1, 2. Kick out by Juicebox. And as we mentioned earlier, the Magnifique Nordique doing battle with the clown. We'd like to thank the doctor. I may not approve of his methods or his madness, but constructing a ladder that allows you to climb to space.
I mean, it's bold stuff. The clown just on an absolute tear ever since absorbing the spirit of DJ B and then resurrecting his husk to serve as his own personal bodyguard in DJ Zombie. But there's still plenty of action left here, folks. And plenty of action left in Juicebox, just clocking Diamond David in the face.
Certainly is. Juicebox is going to have to build a ton of momentum and rally to...
Look at this. The high, see ya.
Put down Diamond David for good cover. 1, 2, no! Out at 2. Juicebox wondering what it's going to take to keep this benefactor down. These two men's pride, the only thing propelling them forward, as they have put each other through absolute hell in this match.
They have. Now Juicebox up to the top. Missing that axe handle. Diamond David back up to his feet.
Facebreaker.
Again, these are two of the toughest competitors in the league. Juicebox putting down legendary champions during his time of Pandemic Athletic Wrestling. Oh, look at that pile driver. Diamond David busted open.
Juicebox watching tapes on Business Casual, who are the masters of the pile driver, coming up short tonight, but Diamond David fighting on behalf of the generation of Business Casual, of our champion, Wellington Arms. He's got to rally if he wants to lead his troops.
But again, Juicebox having to take down legendary opponents in his time with Pandemic Athletics, actually crossing paths with Ting Ting more than once. And now, look at this. Beckoning Diamond David to his feet, looking to put him away. Sip, sip.
Sip, sip. Is this the end of the tour of Diamond David? 1, 2, 3. No!
No!
So close. Diamond David at the last possible moment.
Oh, my God. Remember, folks, this is the man who put down Shakes, the man who expelled that spirit from Jacques LaRue's body. He takes shortcuts, but he is still one of the toughest. And look at this now. Rolling Juicebox into some kind of maneuver.
Oh! Ushi-Garoshi of sorts. Senton.
God, what is left? What more do these, what is the last spike that they had to drive in?
My goodness, the many secrets of the Doji Forest being laid bare here as Diamond David continues to innovate against Juicebox. His hatred now compelling him to... Oh! compress the digits and spine of Juicebox.
Ugh. And Juicebox, just like a sponge, taking all of this punishment and refusing to break the power of his heart and of his spirit and, of course, of his body. Look at this, just planting that elbow in Diamond David's face.
Oh, my goodness! Inside out back suplexes. Juicebox was sent cross-bodying the ring itself. That is a bad landing. Uh-oh. Oh! Spinning neckbreaker cover. 1, 2, no!
Oh. As we saw Diamond David almost taunting the crowd, he could hear them building support for Juicebox and telling them to hush as he wants to be loved. And now look at this, is this going to put away Juicebox? Another frosty boot.
Is Juicebox officially on ice?
That's got to be it.
1, 2, no! Juicebox won't stay down!
Kicking out again. Diamond David is shocked and is having to step outside to collect himself.
Folks, we are almost halfway through this labor pain, so we see the head it's about to crown. Stay with us.
And staying with us is Juicebox is now looking to... I think he's trying to build up something here. No, just being taken to the ground by Diamond David. This is getting aggressive.
Certainly is. You gotta think that whichever man comes out victorious, they'll be in prime shape for a title shot, be it against Wellington Arms, Le Magnifique Nordique, Boston's Biggest Bad Boy, assuming those champions retain those titles. Another spinning neckbreaker. Down goes Juicebox. Cover. 1, 2, no! That rebel heart keeps beating, much like Lloyd Legacy Sharp. Use that hashtag Lloyd Have Mercy to try to win your very own Lloyd Legacy bobblehead.
Bringing Juicebox up to his feet. And now, no, Juicebox reverses. DDT, wait, Diamond David busted open again.
2 cuts. He has, the blood cascading into his eyes.
And now look at this, bringing him up. This is it, the last straw. Is that it?
1, 2, 3, that's it! The last straw, and Diamond David goes down for the first time on pay-per-view.
Juicebox is your winner. He has made good on his promise. He's looking to take down Diamond David, cut the head off the snake, and make a statement to the rest of the generation. Their power will not be tolerated, and the way they abuse it will not be allowed. Juicebox is your victor here tonight.
The one-man revolution. Juicebox able to start it by toppling the patriarch of the generation tonight. Diamond David with a hell of an offensive onslaught, but Juicebox, much like a Juicebox that hasn't had a straw put in it, able to take a bunch of punishment, change in shape, and eventually nourish the fans looking to hydrate themselves with victory.
Absolutely well put, Mike. Congrats to Juicebox on his first ever pay-per-view victory. Here in QAW, you can hear the crowd going nuts as Juicebox revels in it. Soak it up. Sip, sip, bitch.
Well, folks, the hard-hitting action's going to continue as we have a rematch in the QAW Women's Division for the title of the women in QAW. The Slamazon versus AC Volts. Don't go anywhere.
Please.
And thank you.
Oh hey, just getting ready to head on over to Labor Pains to get my belt back from Slamazon. You know, the one she took from me after Scobie and I had already fought for, 20, 30, 50 minutes and I kicked her ass? The one she won when I was tired, ready to go home, have a drink, go to bed, celebrate my win. And then she came in and took that belt like she really did something, Like this jar of pickles, for example. I had one of the strong men at the compound loosen this for me earlier so that I could eat a delicious pickle before I get to my match. And what do you know? I opened that. See what I did there? I opened that, but I didn't. They loosened it for me. You get it. Anyway, it's time to head on over. I'd love to say I'm worried about the match, It's gonna be hard for me to get my belt back, but the cigarette's almost finished. I smoked that. So it's like, but I'm not worried. I'm gonna get my belt back. I don't really care how in love with it you are. You know, it's more of a fling, if I'm being honest, and you should prepare yourself. Ooh, shots! Someone already did them. Oh well. Got that lime. I did that shot. And it's like, get ready to lose the love of your life. I'm so sorry. It's happened to me before too. I mean, not with a belt, obviously. I'm gonna get that back. Oh, beautiful work of art. Oh, let's see here. Let's just find this. Okay. AC Volts. I painted that. So, just prepare yourself to have to hand your lover back to me, you know, because you didn't fully earn it before. If you're, someone just left a math equation lying almost finished right here, but I tell you what, you know what it's missing? Yeah, I did that equation. So, I guess what I'm saying is, I'm ready to get my belt back. I hope you're ready to give it back to me, because you never really earned it. Oh, ma'am, are you having a baby? Oh my God, someone's having a baby right in front of me. This is crazy. I wish you could all see this, but you can't. Oh, for me, I gave birth to this baby. So I'll be there soon, and I just want you to know that when I take the belt back from you, which I will have done it the right way.
I never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you, and I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love with you. No, nobody loves no one.
Ah, say, Volts, you will take her from my cold, dead hands.
And now the former QAW Women's Champion, AC Volts, who's only lost once in singles competition to the champion, the Slamazon.
And again, only losing that match after the Fauci surprise was cashed in on her by the Slamazon after her victory over Scobie. And that's what AC Volts has attributed the Slamazon's victory to. The fact she was tired, she wasn't focused, she was ready to go home, celebrate, have a drink, and then Slamazon comes in with and just put her down for the 1-2-3, but now flanked by three members of her group, the Generation. Here comes the former champion, AC Volts.
We see the penis there of Wellington Arms, and yes, AC Volts making her appearance.
Wellington having to come out first. AC Volt, she loves being surrounded by these strong, sexy men. It was pretty much the majority of her reason for joining the generation in the first place. But she is the boss, and again, still, even if she has lost that championship to the Slamazon, still proving to be perhaps the most dominant singles competitor in the QAW. Oh my God!
I think the generation have all been drinking James Maloney's blood. What is happening?
Are they all the T1000? That's the kind of synchronicity and chemistry that you can't just brew in a bottle, folks.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. Me, and when I had sex, it looked pretty much like that.
Oh my God, Utah will never be the same, and one woman who will make sure that Bolivia will never be the same as the Slamazon. The pride of that nation, here she comes, cashing in successfully that Fauci surprise ladder match briefcase. Resplendent in those boas of Bolivia's national colors, here she is.
She may not have the record to prove it, but the Slamazon certainly the most powerful, the strongest member of the QAW women's roster. But she's had a renewed focus. She came in and first teaming up with Rainbow Brittles back at Second Wave, trying to become the first ever women's tag champions, but losing to Bitches Brew, who will be defending their titles here later tonight. But now, as we just saw last week, putting down Zesty Esty, the first ever QAW women's champion with absolute authority in less than a minute. And that was a former champion. Now she's coming up against AC Volts and looking to defend it. And as we just saw, it looks like her and the championship belt have gotten, well, I think the word's intimate. Bit of a relationship brewing between those two.
Well, the champion's prerogative in terms of what they do with the championship title. We saw Rainbow Brittles once had an intimate relationship with Chair that was stolen from her by AC Volts, and now Chair is in the auspices of Bitches Brew, who we'll see defend their titles later tonight against Pain and Poppin' Out.
Introducing the challenger from Charlottesville,
Who looks in pain.
Folks, gritting her teeth.
Close enough, Karen.
Volts could just be an English pronunciation of Voda. Who knows?
Introducing the champion.
That's generous.
From Sucre, Bolivia, she is the women's champion.
God damn it, Karen!
Smash Azan would be closer, but either way, that's what the Slamazon's looking to do. Smash AC Volts into submission here.
Your job is to say the names, Karen, not to tell them what to do.
And it's Willard's job to show them that is indeed a belt. He's a big, strong boy. Shout out to Ethan, wherever he is.
Ethan, you're in our hearts and you're in our minds as the former ace. It's only one letter off. AC Volts. Looking to take on the Slamazon. Here we go. Move to the midsection. She's going to have to try to chop down that strong base of Bolivia's pride and joy. Now looking to employ a triangle key lock there. Slamazon cheats underneath. Some catch can wrestling to stop.
Impressive technical stuff. And again, Slamazon, the clear size and power advantage here, but you cannot sit on AC Volts. Just an absolutely amazing record and holding on to that championship for months, defending it against Lilac Dream and just being an overall dominant competitor until that Fauci surprise was cashed in. And props again to Slamazon for that key timing.
Loyal viewers of QAW will be sure to remember when AC Volts is in singles competition and completely focused, meaning not in tag team matches with Lauren Baby Powers and undistracted by any outside interference like Fauci surprise ladder matches. She was undefeated, unbeaten, unbroken. She was the queen of the Andals, if you will. And now she's looking to bounce the head of the Slamazon off the top rope and reassert her dominance.
You can see Diamond David on the outside, just previously to this, losing the juice box, but he is out here supporting AC Volts. He is nothing if not loyal to his friends.
Certainly is. We'd like to thank our, schoolyard sponsor, Elmer's Glue. The doctor able to sew up both cuts of Diamond David before this matchup using Elmer's Glue. Don't eat it.
It's non-toxic, so put it on blood.
Certainly is. AC Volt's now waiting for the Slamazon to get back up, and she's just been all over the Slamazon. Oh, making a rare mistake there.
Almost maybe tripped up by Willard. I thought Willard was gonna get hit down there, but no. Look at this. Slamazon just tossing AC Volts.
Certainly is. Cover. 1. Oh. Kick out at 1. And that speaks to the power of the Slamazon. AC Volt's not able to even get a pin cover yet with all the offense she put on the champion. The champion able to, attempt a pinfall after 1 Beal.
I mean, bold stuff, but this is what you do. Those pinfall covers, your opponent has to exert energy in order to get you off of them in order to kick out. And now AC Volt's waiting to, hitting Slamazon there.
Vicious stuff, but you don't poke the bear and you don't try to punk the Queen of Bolivia. The Slamazon making her pay.
You can see AC Volt's attempting a couple different strategies here in order to take down the much bigger and much stronger Slamazon, and it looks like taking to the air won't work as Slamazon's prepared for that.
Impressive standing moonsault there from AC Volts, who's back to being all business, but now just letting the crowd know she's going to be taken to the sky soon.
She's still a showboat. She still wants that crowd behind him, as all the generation do, but the crowd firmly in support of the Slamazon here. To take the championship away from the Slamazon, it'd literally be breaking up a romantic comedy, as those two have the new it couple of QAW.
Certainly, the Slamazon having more than a familial relationship with that title belt, and as we hearkened to earlier, Chair now under the auspices of Bitches Brew, the undefeated QAW Women's Champions in terms of title defenses. They have only lost to their challengers tonight, and that is Pride and Poppin' Out.
Ooh.
Slamazon, oh my goodness! Wow. Over the former champion.
Go back to what works. She's a bowling ball crashing into pins. Look at this, just now tossing AC Volts around. Slamazon is done playing around. She's looking to exert her dominance.
Steve Reich, no mercy to spare, looking to make AC Volts a real turkey. 300.
My favorite movie. Now look at this, taking AC Volts down, back body drop and beckoning her up. Now planting her spine buster. God, you can hear her bones crack. I mean, that's the doctor getting in Slamazon's face.
And this, friends, is the advantage of the generation, as Diamond David celebrates like a schoolboy.
He does celebrate. And again, you have to imagine Diamond David wished that he could have had the generation at ringside, but that was the stipulation of his match. No interference allowed. But now AC Volts beckoning Volts up. Slamazon to her feet. Look at this. The lightning strike, the most dominant moves. Is she going to put down? Is she going to become the new champion?
She's not going for a cover, though. She wants to make sure that this match is over emphatically.
Is she going to go for a second lightning strike? Are we going to see lightning strike twice?
The generation thinks this is it.
Yes!
Oh! Lightning strikes twice. What are the odds?
Forked lightning cover.
1, 2, no! Not enough.
Wow.
It might be the move with the highest winning percentage. Again, thank you to Stat Guy Pete for those numbers. But you got to do more damage to a hoss like the Slamazon.
You do, and look at this. Just look at that power.
Butterfly suplex? Oh. Yes. Royal Butterfly. Apropos of the Queen of Bolivia.
God, I don't even want to imagine, like, what? Wait, hold on. Now locking up her in the figure 4 leg lock.
Woo! We saw, Juicebox overcome tremendous pain a la Ric Flair earlier, and now an homage to the Nature Boy from the Slamazon. Champion to champion, that's how they communicate.
Volts manages to escape, though, and now attempting to bring back something, but God, as I was saying, we just saw the Slamazon kick out of 2 consecutive lightning strikes. That is a QAW first, folks. The power and the endurance of the Slamazon cannot be denied.
Certainly can't. AC Volts now working over the Slamazon.
And now
midsection,
following up with the shocker.
Oh, how uncouth to put that on royalty. 1, 2, no! The Slamazon able to kick out of the shocker. Apparently it wasn't her first rodeo.
Certainly wasn't. Who knows what her and that belt have been doing, but now Volt's back up to the top again where she's most comfortable. Is she looking to have Lightning strike a third time?
Diamond David amping up.
Again!
Lightning strikes.
Triple Lightning.
Turkey. 1, 2. Oh! Kick out at 2. Despite it happening 3 times, that lightning strike was not a Zapdos, not a lightning bird.
Not a Zapdos, but this is certainly a legendary effort being put on by the Slamazon. Look at this, and now looking to follow up with a finisher of her own. No! AC Volts manages to escape that Slamazon Power Slam.
Oh, the Slamazon kicks her in the back of the leg. Now these two women trading counters. Which one's going to get the advantage?
And again, double shocker, the current flowing through Amazon.
6 fingers. Cover. 1, 2. That's how much whiskey I like to drink. 6 fingers. Kick out.
Tell me about it and tell that to the crowd of Boston. They're getting rambunctious here. And now beckoning Slamazon to her feet for standing lightning strike. That's spinning heel kick.
Is the Slamazon able to ground herself? 1, 2. Oh! What is it going to take to keep the Slamazon down?
How is she still in this? She's eaten 4 lightning strikes. She's like an oak tree in the middle of an Illinois field. How is she still standing?
With all of that police violence, how is she still standing?
How? Wait, look at this. Wellington bringing up Slamazon to her feet and throwing her into the ring, not giving her a second to rest.
I gotta say, I'm supposed to stay impartial as an announcer. That's an overreach by our QAW men's champion to put his hands on the QAW women's champion.
That's a bold move, but now Slamazon responding, putting AC Volts into boa constrictor.
Boa constrictor looking to strangle the life out of AC Volts, but no. That desperation move not able to keep AC Volts grounded. Boot to the inside of the thigh. Oh, Code Electric!
God, again, the generation almost acting as lumberjacks, not letting Slamazon have a moment's rest on the outside there. I think that was a bad call by Willard not to eject them after that.
Certainly have to agree, but wait.
Yes. Here we go. Slamazon Power Slam, grounding Volts.
That shook the ring. 1, 2, no! Ugh. Showing that grit, that determination that made her women's champion for so long. AC Volts able to overcome things like the 630 splash of Lilac Dream and now the Amazon splash of the Slamazon.
Again, say what you will about every member of the generation. They take shortcuts, they press the advantage, but they are it works. It is dominant, and we're seeing that from AC Volts now with that corkscrew leg drop of Slamazon draped across the ropes, and now following up with, oh!
My goodness, phenomenal forearm cover. 1, 2, kick out by the Slamazon, who will not say die.
God, AC Volts busting out new offense we have not seen before, and look, Slamazon reverses, planning Volts.
Face first alley-oop there, and you gotta wonder, is doubt starting to creep into the mind of AC Volts, who just gets hurled by her foot across the ring? 1, 2, kick out at 2. AC Volts even flanked by 3 of the most powerful members of the generation, still not able to overcome the Slamazon.
Slamazon, she is just, she's like a waterfall. You can't stop her, and it's just a fixture of the terrain. She cannot be taken down by normal means. AC Volts is going to have to summon every amount of her strength, but now getting spine bustered.
Cover. 1, 2, no! Kick out at 2, that spine buster. Grounding AC Volts, and as you mentioned earlier, pin covers exert energy. The Slamazon using an intelligent strategy here as champion. Wear down her challenger. Keep her grounded, and as T-Boz once said, don't go chasing waterfalls.
Don't do it. It's only going to result in you not winning championships. I think that's how the rest of that song goes. But now, AC Volts just clobbering on Slamazon.
You know you're going to have it. You're nothing at all. Oh!
Wow.
A handstand head scissors there from AC Volts. I think that's the first time we've ever seen that from her.
She is. She's she's going back to the archive. She's bringing out everything she knows. This is the most fight anyone's put up against AC Volts to date.
Oh, I know you're going to have it your way or nothing at all, but I don't think she's moving too fast.
A fifth lightning strike.
1, 2, kick out at 2.
Wow. I thought that was it. How is a Slamazon still in this? She will not stay down.
Oh, it's like rain on your wedding day. Isn't it ironic? All this lightning, not able to bring her victory.
I mean, speaking of weddings, I think that's what's keeping Slamazon in this fight. She's fighting for her love. She is fighting for her beloved, the QAW Women's Championship belt. But now AC Volts barely able to get up to that perch.
AC Volts formerly having that romance with Chair. Oh! Crossbody successful. Slamazon wisely rolling out of the ring. AC Volts has to cover the champion inside the ring to become women's champion once again.
Well, now look at this. We see Wellington Arms and Diamond David coming around. Are they going to get involved again? Oh!
Right off the men's warehouse.
Chad is to his feet in that blue suit.
Slamazon hurls AC Volts back into the ring. Oh, Diamond David getting involved. Willard just right in front. That's a disqualification, you dunce.
That should be a disqualification, but another time skip there. Good Lord, what is Willard doing? That's twice now that the members of the generation have interfered, but now locking AC Volts into boa constrictor.
Middle of the ring, nowhere to go. Wait, that's Chair.
Chair's back in the ring.
My God, I thought he was aligned with Bitches Brew. He's joined the generation.
How could Chair betray them like this? Chair, you nefarious scoundrel. But look at his Volts breaking out of the boa constrictor. This is coming unglued, folks.
There's no honor among thieves or furniture as AC Volts puts down the Slamazon.
Look, following it up. Is she going to go for another lightning strike?
Oh, the Slamazon is prone.
No, not like this.
Lightning! Down goes the Slamazon.
That's 6 lightning strikes. Willard throwing Chair down.
1, 2.
Oh!
That momentary distraction, Chair might have cost AC Volts the title.
This is insane. Volts trying to get the crowd back. That's the only thing she can do now to try and get some kind of momentum, but now just taking it to Slamazon.
A pair of clotheslines and a running heel kick. AC Volts now again headed to the top rope for one more lightning strike.
She's just busting him out. That's the best thing she can do in this situation. Beckoning Slamazon to her feet. Oh!
The Slamazon catches her!
She catches her!
Slams her down, the world's strongest Slamazon!
Is this where she... Yes! Beckoning Volts to her feet. Is she going to put her down now?
She's closing in on the victory. She's doing it for the love of her life, that QAW Women's Championship.
And for all Bolivia repositioning. Power Slam, is that it?
Cover. 1, 2, 3, and that is it. The Slamazon retains.
Slamazon defends her QAW Women's Championship. She defends her love despite everything that the generation was throwing at her. She overcomes. Congrats to the Slamazon and still our QAW Women's Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that this was the greatest women's singles match we've had in QAW Women's history. The Slamazon overcoming 5 members of the generation.
Absolutely insane. 5 if you count the now potential Chair perhaps aligning to the generation, but furniture be damned and former champions be damned. Slamazon putting down Zesty Esty and AC Volts. This is a new era in the QAW women's division, spearheaded by the Slamazon.
Willard Wilfred not disqualifying AC Volts twice, but once Chair got involved, he had enough, and now reprimanding the generation on the outside.
I mean, he's taking it to them, but they are the ones who pay their bills. The Generation, they've retained the tag titles, but now both Volts and Diamond David coming up short. But coming up next, it's a New England States Heritage Championship as Boston's biggest bad boy, a member of the Generation, James Maloney, defends against Jacques Leroux, the Pride of Canada, in a 15-minute Iron Man match. That's a lot of words, and there's a lot of action.
You should go tinkle.
Where's my Merriam-Webster? Jacques Leroux in here representing Canada. Let's see if he can help make his country proud.
Oh no!
Oh my God, immediately.
The Canadian flash in the pan is out.
Oh my, that's a record. Already said this is the first Rumble, but there's no way anybody's going to be eliminated that fast.
Yeah, that was me. My first foray into the QAW. Thrown out by a goddamn horse. That led me to become this.
So that my generations could live on without being controlled by the generations of others.
Shakes. I said some stupid shit when I was Shakes. I admit that. But I was the first one to take on the Generation. Before it was cool to take on the Generation. Before it was the in thing. Before everybody was doing it. Before you were even in the Generation. You were just Boston's biggest bad boy. I respected you. And you went and joined them. Respected what you did in the ring. Then they came for you and you joined them willingly. All they wanted was your blood and you gave it to them. Freely. Why? I got respect for you again. Respect the fact that you told your partner off for attacking me in the last pandemic. And I respect the fact that you're putting your title back up on the line again. So I'll put my career back up on the line as well. If I lose to you at Labor Pains, I will leave wrestling for good. I will leave the sport that I love. The sport that was the only thing for the past 22 years of my life. I will leave it for good. A lot of people say to me, they say, Jacques. They say, Jacques, won't you just come back as Shakes? Can't you just come back as the masked man again? I tell you this, I killed Shakes. Cut him up. Made him tame. So I will be wearing Shakes again in the ring this Sunday. But he's not coming back. There's no coming back. He's gone. If I lose, I'm gone. So I guess maybe I should say it for one last final time, possibly. James Maloney, Boston's biggest bad boy. Read the room. You're done.
And if you don't like it, too bad.
And now the New England States Heritage Championship, a title only defended at pay-per-views, is going to be challenged by Jacques the Lock LaRue against Boston's Biggest Bad Boy, who we saw earlier tonight.
Boston's Biggest Bad Boy has held on to this title for a while now, winning it from the original New England States Heritage Champion, Mike Diesel, Dirty Mike Diesel, the king of old school. And James Maloney has worked hard to bring honor back to that title and to keep it around his waist. But now Jacques LaRue has worked equally hard. Ever since shedding the influence of Shakes, he's really come into his own and reinvented himself. And now, as we just saw, cutting up that Shakes mask and forming it into finger tape as he carries Shakes with him. And even right before this, member of Business Casual, the big ticket, Rich Dembowski, coming up to Jacques backstage to wish him good luck.
Two strong men sharing a strong handshake. And there you see it. It's refreshing in this day and age to see two men with mutual respect for one another, not afraid to demonstrate it, as Jacques the Lock, a sharp shooter, if you will, looking to be the hitman that takes down Boston's Biggest Bad Boy.
He's the amount of effort he's put into reinventing himself and to reestablishing his credibility is nothing short of honorable and, well, awe-inspiring. But again, the amount of effort that the Boston's Biggest Bad Boy, James Maloney, is having to put in tonight, successfully defending their men's tag team championships against Business Casual, now coming out for an Iron Man match of all things. James Maloney's looking tired already.
Certainly is. We'd like to thank our second competing sponsor, Gorilla Glue. We melted down the sweat of the beautiful beast and then used it to make sure Boston's Biggest Bad Boy wouldn't leak on the ring. Gorilla Glue. Gross.
It's not made of gorillas, but you can hug something like one.
Buckley?
Yeah, what's up?
Do you smell burnt toast?
Good. No, I'm good. Just had to fart. Yep, that's all it was. I got my Gorilla Glue still in my pants. But either way, looking to keep something around his waist. It's James Maloney with the New England States Heritage Championship.
That belt doesn't just keep his pants up, folks. It brings power and influence to the generation, and he is looking to keep it around that waist.
Speaking of, go to QAWmerch.com for our QAW-sponsored belt pants holder up there. That's what they're called. They're big-ass belts that hold up your pants and keep your shit in your butt.
The Champ Ion, here we go.
Challenger.
Come on, Karen.
From Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Yep.
Weighing in at 296 pounds.
Nice double zoom, Brett.
Jack Lachlan.
Ooh.
Nope.
Swing and a miss.
We're both fans of baseball.
We sure are.
The champion.
Yep.
From Boston, Massachusetts.
Yep.
Weighing in
where we are.
at 322 pounds. He is the Heritage Champion. A big bad boy.
You know, Karen had time to correct herself after the first time she said his name tonight, but sticking with it. But James Maloney doesn't seem to mind. He looks to actually be in good spirits here. Perhaps he's been chugging some of that bad boy blood energy backstage.
Certainly possible. The doctor likely has an IV ready at all times to power any member of the generation to victory, although AC Volt's coming up short against the Slamazon. You wonder if this will motivate James Maloney to be the Iron Man in this 15-minute match.
Yeah, the generation only 1 for 3 tonight. Not the first time they have not been completely successful at a pay-per-view, but let's see how it shakes out, folks, as this Iron Man match gets started.
Let's see how it shakes out, Jacques LaRue.
Yep.
Remember when he was a man completely at the mercy of an object?
Yep.
Remember creative control?
Yep. But I'll tell you something, Jacques LaRue wishes to forget it, or perhaps repurpose it, as now he, again, repurposing that Shakes mask into finger tape, perhaps looking to honor, either honor the spirit or perhaps attempting to channel his power, show his dominance over it. But either way, he's taking it to James Maloney early here, folks.
Saito Suplex grounds the bad boy. Head over to QAWmerch.com/stopwatch to get your official QAW stopwatch. We are not timing this 15 minutes. We're using the honor system.
We certainly are. If you see a number in the top right of the screen, that's from your own mind as you're projecting it onto the screen. We're happy for you. But remember, folks, in an Iron Man match, whoever has the most pinfall or submission victories at the end, whenever that clock strikes 0, is the winner. So this is a multi-fall match, folks.
Apologies to QAW fans. I'd like to go ahead and share this about myself. I'm blind in my right eye and didn't notice until I turned my head that the counter was in the top right.
It's all right, Mike. It's okay. But I do a lot of things here that you don't see.
Buckley,
Yep, there you go.
Well,
Delia gave me another tattoo.
Excellent. Well, for folks who aren't in the booth, I probably shouldn't share this, but Buckley has now officially had sex for the 3rd time with our announce table.
Yep, there it is. Man, anyways, there's a match going on. It's only 2 minutes in here, folks, and now James Maloney just crashing Jacques LaRue's face into that turnbuckle pad. 9, 10, already busted open. Jacques LaRue's bleeding early.
James Maloney has struck blood first. Much like Rambo, is he going to, strike last?
Oh my God! If he's already, there's 13 minutes left in this match, folks, and no matter what, even if one competitor is up by 10 pinfalls or submissions, you have to fight that whole time. Jacques LaRue he's in for a marathon here.
Certainly is. This is the best possible outcome for Boston's biggest bad boy, short of Jacques LaRue not being able to make the match at all. Oh! Get hyped, stay hyped. The bad boy is. Oh my God, he's feeding off of the blood of Jacques LaRue.
I think that he was partly smearing some of his blood there. He's lost so much of his own. Perhaps he's trying to take some of his opponents and resorting to some vampiric tactics here. But either way, it's not slowing down Jacques LaRue at all. He's still taking it to him.
Absolutely. Boot to the midsection, grounds the lock. Maloney. Slingshot powerbomb.
Not dinner time just yet. We all thought he was going to go for Chow and Joy there, but Jacques LaRue is not hungry.
Snapmare takeover. Elbow right between the eyes, temporarily dazing the bad boy. Went for a lariat.
Oh no!
But all that wear and tear from tonight's work, down goes the bad boy.
He's coming in exhausted already, and again, we've said it 1,000 times, but the bad boy, a man of intervals, high energy, low energy, and he's looking to try and get it back here, and now just
my goodness, capture suplex, collapsing Jacques the Lock into the corner. And folks, if you're a fan of coming in like we all are, stick around. Payne and Bryden popping out is going to be up next, challenging for the QAW Women's title against Bitches Brew.
Pruden popping out, just the hot new team in the QAW Women's Tag Division, and Bitches Brew again, still a dominant pair. Cover.
1, 2, no, not able to secure the first point in this Iron Man match.
Still 0-0, folks. But again, yes, Bitches Brew defending their tag titles against Pruden popping out. They just absolutely dominant. And now Snowplow hitting James Maloney with a snowplow, and now bringing him up to his feet. Are we going to see a first point score here?
The Lockman cometh.
Oh, look at this. Reminiscent of Shakes. Feel nothing more, James Maloney.
1, 2, no. The bad boy out at 2, and some inner turmoil showing there on the face of Jacques the Lock.
He's still tainted by those demons. They still drain in him mentally, but he's having to overcome those, and also just the imposing physical presence of James Maloney. A tired Boston's biggest bad boy is still Boston's biggest bad boy.
Certainly is. Flying head scissors from the 320-pounder.
Does things a man that size should not be able to do. Is now he. Look at this.
Forearm. He's gonna fly.
Oh!
My goodness, Lope Suicida from the bad boy. He's insane.
What can he not do? And folks, we're at 9 minutes and 19 seconds. We are a third of the way through this match, and still no points scored. It's still 0-0.
And surprisingly, of the two of them, Jacques the Lock busted open despite those cuts on the head earlier of Boston's biggest bad boy, who was pouring it on.
So now putting Jacques Leroux on the top of the ropes, not going for Chow and Joy again. He's trying to mix it up here.
You mentioned earlier. Top rope belly to belly. That, yes, he's gassing himself out. Boston's biggest bad boy. He moves fast. He strikes hard, but he runs out of gas fast.
That refractory period is just killer, having to recover after a big move.
Certainly is. Go ahead and head over to qawmerch.com/mass difference to get your male enhancement today.
Do you want to have sex like me? Now you can.
Buckley tried. Here we go.
Bring it, Jacques Leroux. Beantown beatdown. The crowd, they're chanting it. Beantown beatdown. Cover.
1, 2. Now, as I was saying earlier, yes, the mass difference, it was Buckley tested, Mama Don's approved.
Absolutely. And now Jacques Leroux just bringing James Maloney to his feet, and now James Maloney taking him down. We're almost halfway through, folks, and this is not common in an Iron Man match. Usually, we would have seen at least a pinfall or two by now, people busting out big moves early, but both these competitors are taking it slow.
1, 2, Two men taking it slow, as all gentlemen should. And just a reminder, qawmerch.com/mass difference if you want to fuck better.
You're really pushing those mass deferens. Do you get commission on that, Mike?
Sure do. Everything that we sell on qawmerch.com, much like me and Gene Okerlund. 1.
Ooh.
And go ahead and call the 1-900-QAW fan line to hear more rumors and speculation about the backstage antics of QAW, including the gold-selling antics of Lilac Dream and Ryan the Lion James.
And also, don't forget to check out the Conspiracy Files, hosted by Conspiracy Carl. Still traveling through time. Is he lost in the future? Is he traveled back to the past? Will he ever return to the present? We know he inhabited the form of Felty in that Battle Royal earlier, but you can never tell with Carl. But you can also never tell with these two. There's still 0-0, and we're approaching the final third of this match, and neither opponent seems to have gassed out yet. It's even as the blood covering the face of Jacques Leroux.
And now beckoning the bad boy back into the ring, despite being the one who threw him out.
God, look at that.
That's a bold move, trying to play to the loyal fans of Boston, Massachusetts, as the bad boy catches his breath on the outside.
And now back to our other youth fan cam. No, never mind.
Oh, look how disappointed he is. He sat right back down because, he's on his feet.
He's even wearing his big ticket brand jorts. You know what? I think that's a big ticket son, Cash Dembowski. Shout out to Cash Dembowski for being here. Sorry about your dad's loss earlier.
Well, two real men continuing to do battle, and one of them is probably going to be successful. Oh! Vertical suplex. Collapsing on the full power of an ice cream sandwich. We spared no expense tonight, folks. That's a whole ice cream sandwich out there.
It certainly is. No expense spared in the formation of this delivery room, as they are delivering some pain, but they're still not delivering any pinfalls or submission victories. Oh, look at this. That discus lariat taking down Jacques.
Crumpling the Canadian cover. 1, 2, no!
Still not a single one. We are still tied at 0, folks. This is unheard of.
The labor pain of this match continuing without any man scoring a single point. Boot to the face there. Jacques Leroux. Total breakdown.
Busting out some new innovative offense here. And is he looking? Oh, no, you heard that slap echo across the entire arena.
Certainly did.
Oh.
Elevated STO. Down goes. Jacques Leroux, Boston's biggest bad boy, starting to feel it.
We haven't seen him gas out just yet. He is really, and now look at this, taking it to Jacques Leroux. He's getting furious. He wants that point.
Jumping back heel kick. Jacques Leroux is a bloody mess.
A bloody mess. Speaking of bloody messes, we have two of our British competitors Payne Austin and Delia Payne facing off in a women's tag match in a second here. But look at this. Bringing up James Maloney. No, he scouted it. He scouted the Jacques lock, not being locked in.
But not to be outdone, a Michinoku driver. Is this enough? 1, 2, no! Ooh. Even with the fractured bits of Shake's mask powering him into that pinfall, down he goes. Front leg trip.
My goodness. And now reversing here. Both of these men, still not a single one. It's been almost 12 minutes, folks. What will it take to get that first point? Are we going to see a tie here at 0?
And now just going back to the fundamentals that Jacques Deloc built his career off of, just going for a standard rear naked choke. He doesn't have the arm underneath the chin here, so he isn't cutting off all the blood flow to the head of the bad boy, who's able to overpower him.
Reminder, remember here that there is a layer of respect underneath this whole affair. Like, James Maloney not happy with how the Generation, and the Doctor in particular, would meddle in his affairs, and he wants to give the respect that Jacques LaRue deserves, but putting something on the line to earn a shot at this match. If Jacques LaRue loses, that's his career. He's out of QAW. It's all or nothing here.
Belly to belly slam. A receipt from earlier is Jacques Deloc. He's now positioning the bad boy. Could it be?
There. Ooh.
Oh! Feel nothing more with a knee strike.
Just praying like a falcon around his prey almost. Shout out to Jungle Magic.
1, 2, no! The Falcon not able to overcome a similarly bald competitor in the governor earlier, the people of New Hampshire with the most divisive politician in history.
And that, speaking of this, look at this. Dividing, no, he's locked in. James Maloney, it's the Jacques lock.
And Willard waves it off. That's 1 point for Jacques with 2 minutes to go.
That's our first point here, folks. He only has 2 minutes. Can James Maloney tie this up?
Jacques Deloc, he'd be wise to play defense, but it looks like his defense is in the form of offense.
Look,
the bad boy fights him off.
If he takes it to James Maloney, then James Maloney won't be able to return in kind. That must be his way of thinking. But no, here we go. Already just clocking him, looking to put him down in decisive fashion. No, James Maloney, God,
He was able to reopen that cut with the point of his elbow, and I think that might be all James Maloney has to give.
That's twice now we've seen a competitor bust it open twice in one match. This is a bloody pay-per-view, folks.
Certainly is. These labor pains are certainly coming to bear on the heads of these two competitors, as now Jacques is tied up in the trio woe with the blood, oozing out of that cut.
God.
The bad boy, he's got to get a decisive win here. He needs a submission or a pinfall. He has less than a minute to go.
He's got to bust out something quick. If that Bostonian Destroyer comes out, then I don't think Jacques LaRue will be able to break out of it.
Sends him into the corner. He's got to act fast. He has almost, less than 45 seconds.
Can he do it?
He has him up. Gutbuster. He's got to go for the pinfall, but Jacques back to his feet.
Now another maneuver, planning down Jacques LaRue. Only 20 seconds left. He has to go for a cover.
He's out of gas after that Russian leg sweep. Softening him up for something. He's got 10
There you go.
To go. 1, 2. No, Jacques kicks out.
Jacques kicks out.
This is it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is it. Jacques Deloc is your new New England Heritage States champion.
Overcoming the bad boy, scoring only 1 point is all you need in an Iron Man match. 1-0. Jacques LaRue again, yes, kissing the bell, getting his blood all over it. It's the New England States Heritage champion, Jacques LaRue. Congratulations.
The sweet taste of victory and a career continued. Well, folks, don't go anywhere as Bitches Brew takes on Pride and Poppin' Out.
I know I'm not.
Good job, Jacques.
for you.
Here stand the women's tag champions.
Fierce.
Fearsome.
Ferocious.
There comes a time in every champion's reign
where a challenger threatens to take it all away. So what if we let them win once?
How else could we get them to think they actually stood a chance?
But soon they'll realize
they never had a chance at all. And
we'll
show them how worthless they really are. Let's brew this. We know that to win it is vital to leave P and P on their backside.
We're not just defending our title. It's more than a matter of pride.
We don't care for Austin's pretension.
And Sex Trap's not all there upstairs. But listen up, twits. Pay attention.
The belt will still be ours, never theirs.
So prepare for the match of a lifetime.
Be prepared for that of beef stew.
You'll soon be deleted.
We won't be defeated.
We'll be teaching classes
on kicking your asses.
In spite of the drama, we'll prove to Big Mama the bitches have much more to brew. Not long now till our victory's aired. Be prepared! Our tag team reign won't be affected by a couple of wannabe dopes.
10 minutes from now, it's expected. We'll throw you headfirst through the ropes.
We're sorry there's no second prizes.
Destroying you both will be fun. Maybe invest in some disguises.
'Cause you'll both look like hell when we're done.
So prepare for the fight of the century.
Be prepared to be screwed and popped out.
The second we're meeting,
you're getting a beating.
You're kicking and flailing
while Brew is prevailing. We're queens undisputed. We'll never be booted, 'cause booting is what we're about. PNP, what's the matter? You scared? Be prepared. PNP, see you soon. Don't be scared. Be prepared.
Oh, shit.
And now in women's tag team action for the women's tag team titles, it is Pride and Poppin' Out, the hottest team on the women's tag team scene, taking on Bitches Brew.
Pruden popping out, making sure that their names were known. It's still a relatively new tag team, but they've had great success. They took down AC Power. They beat Bitches Brew in a non-title match, handing Bitches Brew their first loss in tag team competition since they became champions, and then planting Mara Boos and Chloe Ainley with authority last week. And look at them. They're back together. Pruden popping out, bringing sass and kicking ass.
Sass, kicking ass, and leather-clad class. Here they come. They made a pinky swear to each other to do all harm to Bitches Brew.
Again, relative opposites, but opposites make for a good pair, as we're seeing Payne Austin and her British sensibility pair up with just the raw sex appeal of Sex Trap. It makes for a powerful and just whirlwind combination.
With all due respect to our QAW Women's Champion, the Slamazon, and again, congratulations to her for coming over 5 members, 4.5 really, of the generation earlier, but Payne Austin proving to be the powerhouse, the most domineering woman in QAW and Sex Trap, easily the most alluring.
Absolutely, we saw the other week. She is certainly, but perhaps Delia Payne has Payne Austin's number, as Delia Payne was able to take down Payne Austin in one-on-one competition. And again, I've said it 1,000 times, but there is no more dominant tandem in QAW than Bitches Brew. Cold Hard Cashin and Delia Payne have defended this belt time and time again, and they're looking to do the same here tonight at Labor Pains.
They're the first QAW Women's Tag Team Champions, and if you ask them, they intend to be the last. They intend to spend their entire careers here in QAW undefeated in championship combat.
But again, you have to wonder if everything going on with Cold Hard Cashin now at Big Mama Don's, Cold Hard Cashin's mother. So Tamara Cashin has had a lot to deal with as far as Big Mama Don's now threatening if she loses these championship belts, if she's going to be out of the family. As Big Mama Don's is a domineering matriarch and says that only victors can stay, nothing gold. So either way, just more stakes for Bitches Brew here tonight.
It's a lot to gain, it's a lot to lose. You gain the prestige and the honor of continuing to be champion, but to be shunned by your own mother, in addition to no longer calling yourself the best. Cold Hard Cashin with the weight of the world on those shoulders. Fuck you, Brett.
Yep.
Women's
Oh, no.
Team Sexton Trash Man.
What?
Payne Austin.
You got Payne Austin right.
To the ring.
They're in the ring again.
Trash Man and Payne Austin.
Who is Trash Man?
Sexton Trash Man. That's Sex Trap for you, folks.
Is it?
It is.
Man, Payne Austin.
Yes, we know.
And their opponents. They are the Tag Team Deborah.
They are the tag team, yes.
Jessica Cole Hardcore Cashman. Absolution.
Deborah Payne and Cold Hardcore Cashman. Karen, we might have to get a new announcer here at some point in the future, but I'm not sure if she may have been grandfathered into this business, and she's probably here to stay. But there they are, the QAW Women's Tag Team Championship title belts on the line right now.
We have to beam Spock back down because that was highly illogical. He needs to reboot Karen.
And here we go.
Sex Trap with a jaw jacker there. Oh, grounding Delia. Wow. Right from the flat of her back, Delia head scissoring Sex Trap.
Delia Payne, almost like a Shang Tsung of sorts. It seems like her moveset changes every single match, switching between submission style and now showing off some high-flying stuff. You cannot predict what Delia is going to bring to competition.
Oh, a la Pentagon Jr. looking to separate the elbow there. Sex Trap. As you said, bringing some lucha libre skill. Oh, sexy Russian leg sweep.
And look at his shuffling, almost like a channeling the Great One, but now going over to propping up Delia Payne.
Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Sex Trap certainly looking to be the bee that unseats the queen bee. That is Delia Payne. Elbows to the midsection. Delia having no answer for this flurry of offense. Fireman's carry.
Again, I mean, like you have to sort each other out. I mean, these teams have only faced off once before, and now tagging in Cold Hard Cashin.
Sends her into the corner.
Oh!
Oh! Running into Gary knee strike. Followed up with a beautiful Northern Light suplex with a bridge.
Very impressive stuff.
Absolutely. Cold Hard Cashin, as we mentioned, coming in with some added motivation to win tonight. And now, perhaps thinking deeply on that gauntlet Mama Don's threw down.
She's got a lot on her mind, clearly, but she cannot let that get to her. She cannot lose her focus. This is Pruden popping out again. They're a new team, but they've been nothing short of dominant. They bring out something in each other that Bitches Brew has not had to contend with before, and they're certainly unpredictable opponents.
Certainly is now just Cash. Oh, Cold Hard Cashin going to work on the lower body of Sextrap in a way Sextrap is not used to or welcoming of. Snapping that hamstring. It's hard to be a Sextrap when you're put on your back against your will. Oh.
Absolutely. I mean, she's not unused to being in certain positions, but those positions she's always on top, and she's not in position now where she wants to lose that. And now hitting that neck breaker on Cold Hard Cashin.
One dragon screw leg whip. That lower body continuing to get worked over by Cold Hard Cashin, who's working on her hardest to just disable the lower body of Sextrap.
I mean, she's doing her best, but Sextrap's still putting in the fight. God.
She's isolated in the Bitches Brew corner.
Oh, standing Shiranui on Sextrap.
Standing Shiranui, cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. Oh, Sextrap with a shot to the midsection. Running Bulldog. Down goes Cold Hard Cashin.
God, Payne Austin has not been in this match yet. Oh, look at that impressive counter from Cold Hard Cashin. Sextrap needs to get a tag out. She's been in this too long.
Cold Hard Cashin has too much motivation to win for Sextrap to take her lightly, and there's that Banshee scream.
She's revving it up. She's howling to the spirits.
Bitches Brew is Sextrap. Now Sextrap isolated in the Bitches Brew corner. She cannot stay there for long if she intends to come out as champion.
Oh, look at this. We've seen this from Cold Hard Cashin before. I think she's trying to prove herself to her mother almost, as she's looking to, again, a staple in her offense. Looking to fly coast to coast.
Punishing her own body. What a Pyrrhic move there as her lower back gets punished on that flying dropkick. Cover. 1, 2. Oh, kick out at 2 from the Sextrap.
Sextrap needs to tag out. Now Delia Payne, this is what makes Bitches Brew such an effective team. They've had those quick tag outs. They're keeping each other fresh. Sextrap on the other side, though, has been in this since the start. Payne Austin needs to get in here.
Certainly does. She needs to get in the fresher woman, and that would be Payne Austin. Oh, clobbering Delia.
Absolutely clobbering her.
To the midsection for good measure.
Sextrap still just trying to make a point. There we go. Throwing Delia into her corner. Can she tag in Payne Austin here? And she does. Payne Austin in the match.
The pride of Pride and Poppin' Out is in.
Hitting him with Ode to Orgasms.
My goodness, Delia's been floored.
They called her distracting Willard.
1, 2, oh. Between Cold Hard Cashin and the word orgasm, Willard Wilfred completely distracted.
Willard again managing to avoid getting concussed again so far, but we'll have to see if that holds. And now Michinoku Driver and Payne Austin is finally the two British baddies. Never mind, tagging in Cold Hard Cashin.
Sit out front slam. Cold Hard Cashin working over Payne Austin. Oh! A swift kick and a drop kick. And now burying her elbow, wearing down Payne Austin.
And just slamming her head against the mat.
Does not want to be a former champion.
She does not. She wants to remain tag champs.
Champion or a power slam by Payne Austin.
Oh!
Now dragging Cashin back to the ring. Oh! God. Kick to the lower back.
Burying those heels in her back again. Those are tools, just weapons, absolutely. And now putting Payne Austin in the corner. They've already adjusted to having Payne Austin in the match. Bitches Brew, and look at this. Oh!
Drop kick flatliner. Oh, takes her over with an arm drag. Payne Austin not finished yet. Sets into the corner. Oh, running European uppercut. A little bit of chin music between the two British brawlers.
Bitches Brew firmly in control of this match. We're not seeing a lot of great synchronicity here between Prude and Poppin' Out. Payne Austin and Sex Trap. They need to start getting a rhythm going. Bitches Brew is firmly in control.
Well, that's the difference, Buckley, between a challenger and a champion is, woo! A second dose of a figure four tonight.
Figure eight. We're seeing it all, folks.
We saw that bring much success to the Slamazon. Again, successfully retaining the QEW. Ow!
Oh! Diamond Cutter out of nowhere!
One! Kick out at one, though. Payne Austin not going to be put away so fast.
You talked about how dominant she is, and that is certainly true. Just the heart of Queens, but now almost looking to go sense and sensibility on Delia Payne there, but he gets countered and back into the Bitches Brew corner, and now setting up Payne Austin. We've seen this before, hitting her with the beef stew.
Bangers and 1, 2. No, not able to mash Payne Austin into the mat.
Not yet. God, I mean, they've been dominating this match, but they cannot put them away just yet.
Payne Austin and Cold Hard Cash and standing front flip in heels.
That backflip, that celebratory backflip, that is textbook Payne Austin, but now backflip of her own, Shiranui on Payne Austin.
And that, sir, is the difference between someone with something to lose and someone with everything to show off about. Is another sitting dragon sleeper here, not again applying enough pressure underneath the chin, just embarrassing Payne Austin.
Bitches Brew looking to slow
back to her feet,
looking
into the Bitches Brew corner,
looking to slow things down again, but now hitting Payne Austin with a second helping. Do you want seconds of beef stew?
Cover. 1, 2. No! Wilford is down!
Down goes Willard. That's the most effective way to break up a pin attempt. Hit the ref, as Sex Trap knows.
Effective tactics, even if you don't necessarily respect them, as Payne Austin turns the tables on Delia Payne.
Sense and slap you, senseless ability. Payne Austin now looking to rally.
Certainly a mouthful as Wilford gets back to his feet. Payne Austin has... Oh! Spinning Falcon Arrow, the greatest would be proud. And a quick shout... Excuse me, go ahead.
Yes, I mean, looking at... She's bringing it back here.
She's done the deal, and a very huge thank you to Turd Tahoe, who's been enhancing the QEW experience for fans around the world. Go ahead and go to QEWmerch.com/turd to get your promo code for his training.
And now Payne Austin may be looking to put away Delia with the printing press cover.
1.
Ooh.
No! Cold Hard Cash immediately breaks it up.
It's kicking into...
Oh, my goodness,
heels on the arm. Brutal. Now heels into the back. This is kicking into high gear, folks. They are looking to end it.
Folks, there are a few things more painful than the heel of the shoe going right into a hinge joint. Oh, running knee. Sliding clothesline. Oh, Muda elbow. Oh my goodness, they are pouring it on.
Very impressive sequence there.
Delia's in deep trouble. Sex Trap has Delia. Sends her into the corner. Oh! Spinning back elbow. Payne Austin is firing up this Boston crowd.
Delia has been in there for a while. She's taken a lot of punishment.
Now just cranking on the heel and ankle there of Delia. Oh! Sex Trap paying back all that lower body work that Cold Hard Cashin was putting on her earlier.
Now looking to hit her with the signature, the Moon Nut.
The Moon Nut, it's out of this world, and it's sending Delia's consciousness into orbit here. Wilford has to be pained watching the love of his referee life getting pounded in front of him by a sex trap.
Not only that, but getting mounted and pounded. Sex trap, double offense here. Now dragging Delia to the corner, looking at feet up on the ropes.
1, 2. Oh, not able to steal this one.
Oh, now look at.
Down. Wait a minute.
Wait, sex trap hitting her with the Spanish bomb.
Oh, but sex trap immediately fighting back up, powering her way through it to get the tag.
It's let something loose in sex trap, I think. Delia Payne gets the hot tag. Here comes Cold Hard Cashin.
Oh my goodness, the two powerhouses of these two tandems. Sex trap has the fans on their feet. Stun gun to Cold Hard Cashin.
Payne Austin looking to put it away. Backhander Abby! Backhander Abby and Cold Hard Cashin.
1. New UAW Women's Tag Team Champions.
That's it. Oh my God, Bitches Brew has been dethroned. I cannot believe it. The new kids on the block, the masters of class and ass, Prude and Poppin' Out, are your new Women's Tag Team Champions. Congratulations to Payne Austin and Sex Trap.
New Kids on the Block had a bunch of hits. Willard Wilford makes me sick. Prude and Poppin' Out are your new tag team champions.
My God, I mean, you can only imagine what's going to happen back in the locker room now that Sex Trap is a champion, folks. But good Lord, congratulations, this crowd is going nuts.
Folks, what does this mean for Cold Hard Cash? She is now a former champion. She might be a former Cash.
Who knows what Big Mama Don's is going to do? Who knows if she's going to kick Tamara Cashin out of the family? Familial disputes are no stranger to professional wrestling, but folks, do not go anywhere. As coming up next, Le Magnifique Nordique defends his Intergalactic Championship against the Clown.
Bonjour, Menix. Oh yes, that is the name of the fan base for Le Magnifique Medic. So what you gonna do, brother, when Le Magnifique Mania is coming down on you? That is my question for you, the clown. The clown, you are going down, tumbling off of a ladder. I am going to take you to the mat and crush you and your big stupid nose as I hold the intergalactic belt above you in this ladder match. Oh yes, it is Sunday, so the day Le Magnifique Nordique christens a new religion. I will welcome the clown and the dead boy with you to my new religion. I call it the Church of Latter-day Saints, and it is all going down at labor pains. So, bonjour to your hopes of the intergalactic title, and down the ladder you go. Oh, ho, ho, merci, bonjour, beaucoup. Mwah!
And now, bringing us back to Earth and then blowing our minds, the Intergalactic Championship with the Clown, the Necromancer of QAW, taking on Le Magnifique Nordique.
And again, these two have been they've had quite the interesting run-ins over the past few weeks. First, having that tag match in which the Clown teamed up with his thrall or his avatar of sorts, DJ Zombie, against Le Magnifique Nordique and Mr. Spock from the Enterprise, and then interfering with that match that Le Magnifique Nordique had against Spock in order to prove a point. The Clown has been just harassing the Nordique and making his life hell over the past month.
The Clown is known for two things, chaos and mind games, and he's looking to employ both of those things to be able to unseat our first and only QAW Intergalactic Champion. Scuttlebutt behind the scenes was that Le Magnifique Nordique was seen enjoying a Boston duck tour here in Boston, Massachusetts, and actually saw the Clown swimming with ducks. The two of them exchanged words.
It's actually how this match was decided. Exchanging those words and deciding, let's have a ladder match to determine who's the new Intergalactic Champion. But either way, there's no opponent perhaps more menacing or confusing than the Clown.
His malice doesn't just end at people. He confused the shit out of those ducks.
He certainly did. Those ducks have been quacking and flutting around for days now in the same spot. Go throw him some bread if you want to help him out. But either way, you did mention before that Nordique, the only intergalactic champion. That is true. He's perhaps been our most dominant champion. He's held on to that intergalactic belt for months, ever since he returned from space with it, and has defended it against Gentleman Doug and against Mr. Spock, Jake Sully, and now hoping to do the same against the newly reinvigorated Clown.
Absolutely. Go ahead and go to QAWmerch.com/NWOLC. The Clown claims that if you watch Pandemic and Labor Pains in reverse, you'll see an alternate reality where he is champion.
See, helter-skelters to the ring, folks. Do not take your eyes off the Clown. You never know where he can end up. He's been known for mind games even before taking on this new, well, he was on a losing streak for a while, but still managed to play into the minds of his opponents, including Deadly Fred, including our commissioner, Diamond David, and now having the win record to match up with it. He is certainly one of the most intimidating competitors in this business.
And of course, we'd like to thank Deadly Fred for continuing to make sure that everyone's wearing proper PPE, hawking his gas mask backstage. We appreciate the yeoman's work you're doing there, Fred.
A yeoman for the ages, Deadly Fred is, and also for the ages, the Clown is just a terror you will not soon forget.
Here's some copy I was just handed. Hey, Buckley.
Yeah.
Have you ever had... I have to read this. Have you ever had a straw bouncing in your face and thought, man, I could go for more?
No.
Me neither. So why not try Gerbil brand Gerbling? Sign the You don't pay me enough for this, Gerbler. Get out of here.
Gerbler in the booth. We haven't seen you in the ring in months, man. Now you're coming back here? All right.
Oh my god. Go. No, finish your... No, shut up. No, finish your guest spot on AMC's podcast. Go away.
Well, here he is, our intergalactic champion, Le Magnifique Nordique, and you can see that the belt is not around his waist, but that's because in a ladder match, folks, the belt is suspended high above the ring there, and whoever sets up the ladder and climbs up to and pulls it down is your intergalactic champion. So Magnifique Nordique looking to hang on to his baby tonight.
Once again, we'd like to thank the Doctor, despite his madness, engineering ladders that are capable of cresting the Earth's atmosphere as these men are to retrieve from a ladder a title suspended in outer space?
I mean, the Nordique, any number of possible explanations. We should have asked Einstein while his spirit was still tied to this mortal realm about it, but responsible for the time skips here in QAW, is it the intergalactic presence of the Nordique? Is it Devlin's Advocate with his gravity wells, or perhaps Conspiracy Carl with his adventures through the plane of time? But either way, our intergalactic championship ladder match gets started right now.
Oh, good work, Brett. Sorry for those words I had for you earlier.
Hey, it fit.
Oh, okay, I guess Karen doesn't give a shit now.
She might be backstage getting a drink, but either way, here we go.
Oh, the Clown takes down the Magnifique Nordique, and of course this is a ladder match, no pinfall, no submission. The first competitor to retrieve the title from outer space will be the intergalactic champion.
That's all it is, and these competitors are taking it to each other quick here, already on the outside.
Trampling all over. Oh! A full ice cream sandwich and bouncing the Magnifiques right off the edge of that diamond-encrusted ring. The Clown, wasting no time, grabs a ladder. Thanks, Trisha.
Trisha with that handy cam footage, getting a great shot of the Nordique's ass, and now a ladder already in the ring here is the Nordique looking to hit the Clown.
Oh, looking to make the Clown's odds of winning gluteus minimus.
Well done. You study Latin.
Certainly did. And the Magnifique back in control.
Yes. After the Clown bouncing him off that face of the ladder. And now look at this. Look at that. A full Nelson suplex.
Dragon suplex drowns the Clown. As now... Oh!
Wait.
The Magnifique's in orbit.
Oh!
Guillotine leg drop.
From space. That came down from the stratosphere, folks. How is the Clown not split in half?
And now, looking to separate the elbow, breaks the arm of the Clown. The Clown is looking like he used to before he was able to tap into dark energies here. The Magnifique might make short work of him.
He very well might. The Nordique, we know when he needs to, he can turn it on fast. He is an incredibly competent competitor, but now looking to... Oh!
Drive-by kick a la Steve Delfino. Looks like the Clown might be channeling all the chaotic energies of the universe. He knows exactly what's happening in this match.
Big trapeze accident splash. Both these competitors are busting out big moves early.
The Magnifique, he looks to be coughing up blood there, but no. He's fighting off the Clown, fighting through it as champion, but I think his insides might be ruptured.
It might be, but...
Oh, no. What does the Clown have in store here?
Oh, my... The strength of the Clown! My God!
The supremely insane Superman. He's already in space. He's got his hands on the title.
He's climbed up to space. Can the Nordique's still on the ground? The Clown having to solve those complex riddles up top before he can unleash the belt.
My God, the Nordique just... His mouth filling with blood. Oh. And now burying forearms across the ample nose of the Clown.
It's a space battle. He tosses the Clown off.
My God, falling like a comet. The Nordique's got the title.
Can he unleash it? Can he do it?
My God, his inside's screaming from the lack of oxygen, but that's it.
That's it. In the fastest ladder match in QAW history, the Magnifique Nordique retains his intergalactic championship. Congrats to the Nordique, putting an end to the winning streak by the Clown.
An absolutely superhuman effort. The Clown somehow able to just rupture an internal organ of the Nordique, who is able to grit his teeth and retain his title.
Wow, I'm not expecting that. My money was on the Clown. He's been on a tear lately. But speaking of, folks, do not go anywhere. Our main event coming up next. Lloyd Legacy Sharp challenges Wellington Arms for the QAW Men's Championship.
Lloyd, have mercy!
Yeah!
fact of the matter is, now that we've reached this point, there really isn't a whole lot left to say. 2 weeks ago, I was told, win your match, get a title shot. Won the match. Last week, I was told the same thing, and I did it again. This Sunday, labor pains. No more hurdles, no more excuses. I knew what I was getting myself into when I refused to do what the Boston's Biggest Bad Boy did, when I refused to do what Juice Boxers decided to do, when I refused to sell out. I knew that they were going to go in. But here I am. Wellington Arms, QAW Championship. You, me. Now I know you feel like you're untouchable because of the generation that you have spawned. No pun intended. But the fact of the matter is this. With you and the generation at the forefront of this company, we have no future. The generation must be stopped. And it begins tonight.
Lloyd, I've been waiting for this day. Planning, building, creating. It's time to bring your little fairy tale to a close. No storybook endings. No riding off into the sunset. This is the real world. And in the real world, it's the strong who survive. The ones with the skill and the strength and the resources. Those are the ones who come out on top. When I put you down again this time, Lloyd, stay down.
And now, our main event this evening. The hero's journey of Lloyd Legacy Sharp, a man who's trying to do everything the right way, looking to unseat the corrupted, the devious, the Wellington Arms.
Lloyd Legacy, again, just a man of the people and has become is a literal phoenix, having a very rocky start here in QAW, losing his match to the now deceased Tommy Jr. and coming up short in all of his opportunities to climb that ladder. But since then, he has absolutely reinvented himself. He is at the top. He is just nearly at the precipice of Mount Everest, and all he needs to do is make those last few steps. But Wellington Arms is here to prevent him from doing so in every way possible. The generation's main claim to power was having those men's and women's championship belts in their faction, but after AC Volts failed to get her championship back, they are clinging to the men's championship belt. This is their last shot at keeping power in QAW.
Yes, of course, we saw Jacques Deloc successful in unseating Boston's Biggest Bad Boy. Malpractice was able to retain their QAW Men's Tag Team Championships earlier tonight and break the curse of retaining titles, but Wellington Arms is going to be tasked with a tall order in toppling Lloyd Legacy.
Certainly is. Lloyd Legacy has overcome every trial put before him by Wellington Arms. He's a regular Hercules of QAW, putting down Max Brass, and then last week in a potential match of the year contender, putting down the legend himself, Ting Ting. But now, here he is, the final boss. It's Wellington Arms.
We'd be remiss in not recounting that Wellington Arms more or less crowned himself QAW Men's Champion, taking apart a prone Mike Carr, inserting himself into the finals of the Wellington Classic, and taking apart a prone Steve Delfino, And now here he is, the QAW Men's Champion.
He is, but again, while their methods are certainly not approved by the crowd and not exactly the most fair play, but they are nonetheless effective. He has held on to this title for months now, and the generations still, they sit at the top, and they mean to keep it that way. And Wellington Arms with that metal arm is just an absolute beast.
That he is, we understood as QAW's story unfolded. The former creative control doctor became a part of the generation, the man who engineered Wellington Arms' arm, the man who engineered so many things here in QAW, and the machinations of the doctor have made the generation even stronger as they stand atop the singles mountain.
That they do. Here it is, folks. It's your main event as Lloyd Legacy Sharp challenges Wellington Arms for the QAW Men's World Heavyweight Championship.
Introducing the challenger from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 220 pounds, the legend, Lord Sharp.
Lloyd Legacy Sharp, Lloyd Have Mercy, Boston's own.
It's trending, folks. Retweet, hashtag Lloyd Have Mercy.
From London, England, weighing in at 248 pounds, he is the men's champion, Wells.
Karen apparently just calls him Wells.
Wellsington Arms. I guess that's her pet name for him. She has her favorites, and it seems like Karen is polling for Wellington here.
And here we are, Lloyd Legacy looking down at what could be the defining moment of his legacy as Willard Wilford holds that title high. This is Labor Pains main event. Use that hashtag QW Labor Pains. I'm watching it right now. Here we go. Lloyd Legacy, collar and elbow tie up. Wellington has him. Side headlock. These two feeling each other out. Lloyd backs him into the ropes, shoots him in.
Classic stuff.
Drops down underneath. Oh! Flapjack. Down goes the champion. Lloyd Legacy step over. Oh! Going to work on the MCL and PCL of Wellington Arms, looking to ground the Londonman.
That's what you have to do against Wellington Arms. The X factor is that metal arm, obviously. You have to take him down. You have to focus on the other three limbs. You have to break him down piece by piece.
Lloyd Legacy there, looking to establish. Oh, and there's that right hand. But a counter knee from Lloyd. Unable to take him over with a clothesline.
Can, but now it's being sent to the outside by Wellington. Already Wellington's getting so aggressive, channeling a very similar strategy to Diamond David, just very aggressive, and he doesn't want to just put you down, he wants to keep you down.
Escapes out the back from that body slam on the outside, avoids the right hand. Lloyd Legacy fighting off Wellington. This crowd hushed in anticipation, hoping to crown the hometown boy new champion. Oh, but gets taken down.
And reminder, folks, if you haven't already subscribed and followed, please do so. But also starting on October 1st, please follow us. We will be moving over to 2MB Studios, joining part in their bevy of programming. And so please follow us there, and please stick around and catch the fever.
Absolutely. Twitch.tv/Quarantine Action Wrestling is... Oh, Lloyd again unsuccessful with that clothesline. Oh, Wellington clobbers him with his own. Trip up there from Lloyd. Now following up with forearms which stagger the champion. Has him by the back of the head, sets him up against the ropes, and sends him sprawling backwards. Lloyd in complete control so far.
Looks to be that way. He's been preparing for this. Even when he had to fight Max Brass and Ting Ting, you knew that if he won, that he was going to have to go against Wellington at some point. He's been watching tape and getting ready for this for weeks now.
Reversed vertical suplex there. Oh, the champ goes to recover. One. Kick out even before one. Lloyd Legacy looking to show that his heart is beating hard. Belly to belly takes him down. Oh, and a bionic elbow just Crashing into the chest of Lloyd.
God, you almost saw the wind get just be expelled out of Lloyd there, but again, he's coming right back at it. You cannot. We talk a lot about competitors' hearts, but there is nobody who has a stronger and more persistent heart than Lloyd Legacy.
He's actually sends the champion careening off the men's warehouse table, and now Lloyd he's starting to pick it up. He's continuing to ground Wellington and destroy that vertical base. It's a big DDT from the champion.
Wellington, a classic practitioner of that British strong style. Not a lot of flash to his moveset. He uses that metal arm, and he just looks to hurt his opponent.
Certainly does. A Magna Claw there. Lloyd able to escape out the back, which if he had stayed that any longer, he might have had to give up here. And in front of his hometown, Lloyd is not just fighting for the pride of himself, but for the pride of his fellow Bostonians.
The pride of Beantown. Lloyd Legacy looking to keep the Legacy Tour going with a victory to become the next QAW Men's Champion.
Camel clutch applied here. Wellington Arms looking to play the role of the foreign baddie, but Lloyd Legacy escapes out the back, trips him up. Sammy of Sammy Slacks designing the khakis, of Wellington Arms there.
Sammy getting a lot of business. And again, if you want to get your own pair of pleated slacks, go to qawmerch.com/Sammy and buy your slacks. They look big on you, but maybe it makes your crotch look big too. And now look at Lloyd.
Sent over the top rope. Lloyd was actually busted open there, but it's being obscured by his gear. Flying double axe handle, la la Macho Man. Lloyd Legacy looking to add his name to the legendary stable of men's champions of history.
And he's doing so now as he's got it around his fleshy legs, locking Wellington Arms in the 2K20.
2K20, this submitted Ting Ting this week, but Wellington has not been worn down enough yet.
He's had it scouted. He knew it was coming, managing to just get it out by classic, just kick him.
Able to kick off Lloyd Legacy, who's just... Sometimes Lloyd's eyes get a little bit bigger than his stomach. He bites off more than he can chew, and it comes back to bite him.
Oh, now look at this. We just saw the clown pull this off. Look at the core strength of Lloyd Legacy hoisting up Wellington Arms.
Lloyd Legacy's strength has never been in question. Cover. 1, 2. No! I don't think any of us thought that would be the end of the match, and now Lloyd's starting to show that frustration.
Trying to get the crowd. They are firmly in his corner, but he needs them energized. He feeds off of that crowd energy, and that's what's going to help him win here tonight.
He can't afford to get hasty. That is exactly the type of opening that a competitor like Wellington's been waiting for. Right hand!
And now look at this. We've seen this before. German suplex into this big snap metal lariat.
A London Rainmaker. Cover. 1, 2, no! Lloyd able to overcome that. Wellington has been laser Side headlock there. I was saying Wellington has been excellent in employing all of his offense from that right arm.
It was big time jumps there, and it's not working out for Lloyd as Wellington, just wearing him down.
Lloyd able to send him into the corner. Connects on a forearm. What does he have in store here? Another back clothesline, just collapsing the back of the head of Wellington, who never saw it coming.
God, and you can see, folks, these two men are all business. They are not going flashy at all. None of that theatrics, none of the cartoonish stuff. They are just straight up fighting. Both of these men want that championship, and Lloyd has been building to this for too long to take this anything less than serious.
Running forearm shiver sends Wellington down, who he landed another right hand, but I think Lloyd Legacy somehow is adjusted to getting smacked with that metal. It's not wearing him down anymore.
It's not. He's just absorbing the pain. He is singularly focused on winning that championship. And now, God, just stretching Wellington on the all fleshy side. This is smart stuff.
Wasteland slam. Cut 1. Kick out at 1 by Wellington, who understands, if not disrespects tradition, kicking out at 1. And now Lloyd, classic back suplex. More punishment being levied onto the back of the head of Wellington.
Lloyd been in control. Now look at this again. Again, looking to lock in Wellington Arms. Wellington has his arms on the rope, but no, loses it.
But again, he's able to escape. Willard Wilford not even needing to break this up as Wellington barking at him that he had it under control.
But again, I mean, Lloyd has been in control for most of this match, but we've talked about endurance in this business. Nobody has more endurance than Wellington Arms, a cyborg, both literally and metaphorically. This man can last forever in the ring.
Certainly can, and coming out without any members of the Generation, certainly backstage licking their wounds. Oh! Wellington headfirst into the corner. Oh, but reverses what looked to be a power slam into a DDT. He's reasserting his dominance and letting the crowd know.
That classic Wellington flex, he's proud of it.
Oh! Grabbing Lloyd by the ears and slamming him down. That is pure domination. Sends Lloyd face first into the corner, but turns him around. He wants him to see what's happening next.
What has he got in mind here? Changing his mind.
Disorienting Lloyd. Oh. Went for double axe handles, but Lloyd now ripping at the eye. These are the kind of tactics that Lloyd, this is what's led to his downfall in the past.
Lloyd, I mean, he's doubting himself, maybe. He's been putting it on Wellington this whole match, but Wellington refusing to even take a 2 count. What more does he...
1, 2... Snap suplex float over. Lloyd, as you said, he's starting to wear himself out. I think he's starting to get desperate to win. But wait a second. He might have worn down Wellington just enough.
Could this be it? Hitting him with the Tor Stopper. Down goes Wellington.
Is Wellington's reign gonna end in Boston? 1, 2, no! Not yet, as Lloyd... His inner demons they might start to get the better of him if he's not able to keep focused.
Wellington Arms, again, just nothing will keep him down. And Lloyd having to exert all of this energy, this shoulder charge after shoulder charge, and the game flipped over there.
Here we go, another double axe handle coming up. Yes! Wellington completely on his heels here. Lloyd Legacy, if he's able to close the distance, is going to be champion.
L-word! Hits him with the L-word!
Lloyd Legacy closing in. Sends him into the corner. Wellington, though, fighting off. Oh! Bionic elbow to the back of the head.
Just cleaning his clock there, but now Lloyd following up with an elbow of his own. And now look, powerbomb on Wellington.
Snap powerbomb out of nowhere. This could be it.
Is this gonna be it?
One more time.
Tor Stopper.
Lloyd down to one knee. Wellington staring at the lights. 1, 2, 3, that is it! Lloyd Legacy Sharp is your new QAW Men's Champion!
My God, he's done it! He's climbed the mountain! He has ascended to the next plane of existence! Lloyd Legacy Sharp in a thorough takedown of Wellington Arms! Congratulations to Lloyd! Nobody deserves this victory more than him! He's our new QAW Men's Champion!
Lloyd Legacy Sharp, he has ascended the summit of QAW. The Generation is no longer up top. Lloyd Legacy has single-handedly stopped the tour of the Generation. He has done what others couldn't do. He has toppled the power structure of QAW.
Wow, what a hell of a show it's been, Mike, with our new champion. Congratulations to all of our other winners tonight. Is now Lloyd being presented with that heavyweight championship. Wait.
That's Mark Question.
That's Mark.
No!
What's Mark Question doing out here attacking Lloyd?
He's got the title. Mark Question. He's measuring Lloyd. This is terrible.
Is he? Oh my God. Just hitting Lloyd in the face with that title belt.
What's the meaning? The last time we saw Mark Question, he was working together with Lloyd Legacy.
What is the meaning? But that's it, folks. It looks like wait, what? What is this?
said I would bring the rightful champ to the title. But you were just a pawn, Lloyd. I am the real champ. I am.
Oh, bad!
That son of a bitch!
It's the real deal. And Lloyd, we got something to finish. I told you I would get you back. I told you you wouldn't see the last of me. It's me, baby. Tommy, the real deal Jr.
Oh my
back
God.
from the dead. And I am going to be your worst nightmare, Lloyd.
The Scourge of Providence, Rhode Island, the real deal Tommy Jr. spoiling the coronation of Lloyd Legacy Sharp.
Oh my God, he's back, but
he's back from the dead. Tune in this Thursday.
Love you.
Fuck.